Guys, what's going on? What's going on, right? You know what, guys? We haven't talked about pop culture in a while, you know? So let's hear it. I'm gonna drop the link now. Guys, anyone who wants to come on up and talk about how trash that Hollywood is, how trash that TV is, how trash that pretty much everything that we used to all know, how trash that video games are, right? You know? Insane. Absolutely insane. You know? Guys, how did it come to this? How? You know? Guys, they're going to look back on this period in film in the next like 10, 15, 20 years and just be like, how in the world did this happen? How? You know? Guys, give me a second. Let's see. Okay. Now, guys, let's see who's here. JD, what's up, man? He says they can't come up with anything new, so they screw it up. Yep, facts. Keyshawn says all of our old movie franchises are dead. Yep, that's true. Yep. Damon, what's up, dude? Oh, you actually went and saw the new Jurassic World? Are you insane? He said he walked out. Look at that. Keyshawn says, what do you think these directors or these actors are stop being woke? Probably never. You know? Clayton says Marvel's bad, but Star Wars is worse. Tim Hicks, what's up, dude? Scott's here. Richard's here. Yeah. Crazy. Because guys, they tried to get rid of all the old white men, right? But they don't realize that people who have the most writing experience, right, are a lot of old white dudes. Guys, there was something going on in LA as far as ICE. Hold on, guys. One second. I'll drop some news here in a second, okay? But guys, here I'll drop the link in the Discord, guys. Hit the StreamYard link. Oops, do this. Yeah, drop it here too. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so here we go, guys. Let me share my screen. Hey, guys, let's break some news. Look at that, guys. Kelvin, what's up, dude? It's good to see you, man. Thomas Brown is here. Remixer's here. What's up, man? Daniel, what's up, dude? Here we go. Look at that. Ice, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Look at that. Let's go.
Remember, you guys.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Homeland Security. Let's go. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
arrest and disappear. One question.
Mayor Bass, can we talk to you really quick, Channel 7?
What are you doing to protect journalists? All the journalists have been shot, arrested, disappeared. I'm scared to come out and do my job. But what are you doing personally to protect journalists? What are you personally doing to protect journalists?
And guys, this is why you don't put 304s in charge of anything, right, guys? Michael O'Brien, what's up, dude? Blood boiling, how's it going?
Let her talk to them.
A liar. Karen
What is
Karen Bass is a liar. Karen Bass is a liar. She has to operate. No. Karen Bass is a liar. Karen Bass is a liar. She knows the Olympics. No, the Olympics are coming in 2028. She has to comply with that. Karen Bass is a liar.
All right, guys. I'm not going to be too tough when that tear gas starts flying, right, guys? Look at that, guys. Look at that. Guys, here you go.
MacArthur Park becomes the latest scene of a massive presence of immigration enforcement agents, heavily armed federal agents on horseback in military vehicles descending onto that park.
This time things ended differently than we've seen in the past. Fox 11's Laura Diaz live in downtown LA with more on what happened out there.
Jesus, this chick looks like a wax figure melted. Look at that.
Today, Laura.
Yes, the big question tonight is what was the purpose of the show of force? We can tell you that there were not that many people present in the park when that raid took place. And unlike other raids, advance word leaked out. Fox 11 was on the ground and up in the air.
This is an overreach of your authority.
By 11:10, there was tanks and all this. They got
America.
Tanks all through here. They got the white vans. They got the trucks. They got all this shit out.
About 10:30 Monday morning, heavily armored Border Patrol officers with a fleet of vehicles and some on horseback descended on MacArthur Park. This is the heart of the immigrant community, just 2 miles from downtown LA. Sky Fox was overhead as the operation kicked in. Our Fox 11 photographer, Sam Dubin, on the ground, recording the dramatic scene. Immigration agents in military green carrying rifles. Neighbors and community activists rushed to the park, challenging those in the action. Children were scurried from the urban park.
The military pointed their guns at us and they were screaming at us, cursing to get the out of there.
Among those arriving on the scene was LA Mayor Karen Bass, flanked by security and in a crush of people pushing for the operation to end. Our camera caught her on the phone, pleading with officials to stop.
You getting ready to leave? Okay, please, can you leave ASAP? My comment is they need to leave, and they need to leave right now.
Soon after.
Yeah, right. She's begging, please leave. Then she's like, see, I told them so. Please. Come on, man.
The operation ended, reportedly with not one undocumented person taken into custody. A couple of hours later, a news conference was called at LA City Hall with the mayor surrounded by community activists and city council members denouncing the raid. Fox News spoke exclusively with Border Patrol Chief Gregory Bovino, who had tough words for Bass.
The federal government is not leaving LA. I don't work for Karen Bass. The federal government doesn't work for Karen Bass.
Let's go. This guy's a hero right here. He's a hero. Laughing man. What's up, dude? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you.
That mission's accomplished, as I said, and better get used to us now because this is going to be normal very soon.
Let's go.
He's calling for you to get used to it. What is your
I'm not going to get used to it.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I'm not going to get used to it because last I checked, I was elected to be mayor.
Now, guys, here's the thing, right? Because one of those reporters did make a good point. Guys, the Olympics are going to be in LA in 2028. So they're trying to clean up LA as much as possible to have a good look because they can't have homeless and illegals and all these dunderheads everywhere during the Olympics, right? So I guarantee that this knucklehead's actually working with ICE and Homeland Security, right? But she's trying to put on this front, you know?
The city, that did not include a federal takeover. So either you believe in democracy.
Yeah, right. He's so full of it. Look at that. Someone says she's so quick to be there for immigrants, illegals, but not for her local residents during the fires. Look at that. Now, guys, here we go. Even better news, guys. Here we go.
Of Democrat-led states facing budget crises are moving to cut health care funding for illegal immigrants. The progressive.
Gee, you mean that if you give a bunch of illegals health care, it's gonna drain your budget? You don't say, right? Wow, who'd have saw that coming? Clown world.
Governors of California, Illinois, and Minnesota. They are moving to roll back or freeze programs that extended state-funded health care to people who entered the country illegally.
Isn't that crazy, Snowboard? That you and I have to pay for health insurance, but people who broke into this kind of country, who came here, illegally get free health care?
Yep.
Isn't that insane?
If somebody breaks their leg doing a job where they don't have health insurance, just whatever that may be, it's realistic that they could end up on the street in like 9 months and homeless and just like completely cooked.
Yeah.
And these people are getting free food, you know, they're living okay, and they broke a law. If they're breaking a law and don't want to respect it, that means they fundamentally don't respect the country in general.
Yeah, true.
Or the citizens of it.
Yep,
it's not a good mix.
Exciting rising.
Tim Hicks says, doesn't every city that gets to the Olympics do a cleanup of the city? Yes, but Tim Hicks.
Temporarily,
right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You didn't see Atlanta spend the last however many years advocating for junkies, homeless, and migrants. They knew they had to get them the hell out of there back in, was it 96? You know what I'm saying? They were giving everyone Das Boot. You know what I'm saying? But LA has spent the last 25 years, you know, letting junkies be junkies and migrants and all this foolishness. So
costs and unexpected.
Pause it for 1 second. They let them do that, particularly San Francisco, until what? When President Z came over and they cleaned it up.
Yeah,
that's what they did. That's what they did. That's who they care about.
Yep. It's true.
High enrollment. And Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is looking to follow suit as well. News Nation's Mills Hayes is following this one for us. Mills, this is interesting. I mean, is this strictly about cutting budgets, or is this a sign that Americans don't want to pay to take care of people who are here illegally?
Good morning to you, Marky. We have seen Americans change their opinions about undocumented immigrants and getting health care. A lot of it having to do with the decline in the threat of COVID-19. And we have seen federal funding for COVID relief. That has ended, along with states' actual spending being much higher than their projected spending. So it's leading many governors to roll back that health care coverage for.
Oh, you mean so they don't get all of our tax dollars anymore for the cough? Guys, I don't think that we're ever gonna know the sheer amount of fraud and waste that went in a cough spending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tens of billions, if not hundreds of billions of dollars gone. Just wasted. Just flushed down the toilet. You know what I'm saying?
Undocumented money too.
Yeah.
Printed
Yep.
money.
Yeah, it's true.
Immigrants, and we're seeing this over in California. Governor Gavin Newsom now wanting to freeze new enrollment in Medi-Cal for undocumented adults.
You shouldn't have passed it in the first place, you moron.
Existing patients can stay, but even they could see benefit cuts. It's exactly what Republicans like California.
Oh, let's see. Keyshawn said it. How cooked is New York, California? Well, all right. Snowboard. Who's more cooked? L.A., New York, Chicago. Guys, I think Portland, Oregon's the worst.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say Portland is the worst.
Yeah.
California is a big area, so it's probably Portland, Chicago, then California.
You actually think Chicago's more cooked than L.A.?
The city part of Chicago, maybe. I don't know. It's so bad. It's a toss up. California, it's so bad that California you've accepted that's been cooked for the past like decade.
But the rest of Illinois is not that
California
bad.
is marinated then cooked.
Yeah, but Chicago is just one part of Illinois. You know what I'm saying? Like Illinois, a lot of it's rural and everyone's just chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I've been to rural parts of Illinois, and everything is 100% fine. I'm talking about the city of Chicago with this new mayor, which honestly we shouldn't really focus on that much. It's a big city, yeah, but the rest of the the part of the country in that area, they're chilling, they're fine.
Yeah.
They just drink a lot of soda and like drive a tractor. That's like about it.
You know what? I think Clayton made the here. Actually, guys, I would say Portland's cooked because they're just beyond all hope. They're friggin' Barter Town from friggin' Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome at this point. But guys, California's screwed, but because all the big tech is moving out and the movie studios are moving out.
Yeah,
they're cooked. They're cooked. But then if New York gets friggin' the Middle Eastern communists there, they're really cooked. Then it's gonna be a race to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So
it's sad. You actually want Eric Adams in, and you kind of want Lori Lightfoot back. That's how bad. That's how bad those places are.
Guys,
it's a nightmare.
I actually want to see Middle East get a. I have a lot of background noise coming from someone. I don't know who it is. If you can mute until you talk.
Korg.
Here, Korg. I'm gonna mute you, buddy.
Sorry, I thought I was.
No, you're all good, dude. Just mute until you talk. Yeah. So, guys, yeah, I want to see Homeboy get in New York just to see everyone leave and just so we can say, "I told you so." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It might be
guys,
good. It might be good.
If New York gets this dude in and all the big financial centers and companies leave, all the big corporations leave, because guys, there are plenty of cities that would love to take these people without a lot of taxes. You know what I'm saying? Indianapolis, Atlanta, who else?
Even if they went to a place like Schenectady that's not that far away.
Yeah.
They could do actually really well there.
Yep. Miami, you know what I'm saying? Even somewhere like Orlando, you know what I'm saying? They're like, wait a minute. So, or Charlotte, Durham, Raleigh, you know what I'm saying? They're like, wait. You're looking for a new place to be the new financial capital of the U.S.? Let's go, you know?
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah, Assemblyman Carl DeMaio have been calling for.
We simply cannot afford it. And it's certainly not just to put the health coverage of poor Californians, elderly, disabled, young children at risk because California politicians want to give free handouts to people who are not even citizens.
Here in Illinois, Governor J.B. Pritzker taking it even a step further, ending the immigrant adult health program entirely on July 1st. It launched back in 2021 and currently covers over 30,000.
Developing right now, state capitol lawmakers signing off on major budget cuts. They're working to close California's $12 billion deficit.
$12
The
billion.
move will slash Medi-Cal access to low-income immigrants without legal status.
And so for more on this story and a local perspective, we go down to KC24's Brianna Baez. She's live at Madera Community Hospital. So, Brianna, how are leaders saying this could play out here in the Valley?
Well, they say it could really impact local hospitals. You know, Madera Community Hospital just reopened in March after being closed for more than 2 years. And one of the major reasons that it had to close back in 2022 was because it wasn't making enough money. So now some are concerned that budget cuts could put it back in that same place.
Madera Community Hospital. It just reopened in March. And now Assemblywoman Esmeralda Soria says its future could be in jeopardy.
We have to make some tough decisions. And so initially the governor proposed a budget that would hit hard some of our most vulnerable in our community.
The state legislature approved budget cuts on Friday, aiming to close a $12 billion gap. In the process, they slashed many people's access to Medi-Cal.
The most vulnerable deserve to have the quality of care in their own community.
There's that word, deserve.
Yeah, and by the way, do you notice how the background of when these newscasters speak, it's like from Terminator 2 or the sand pit they've made them stand in the past few times.
Yeah.
And when they're showing you the money sign, you notice the money that was on the screen before? It's like 1, 5s, 20s and stuff. Because they want you thinking of that. They made these newscasters, broadcast standing in like a dump, then into a corporate hellscape as best.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It just sums up California.
Yeah. Yeah.
Starting in 2026, those living in the country illegally will no longer be able to join Medi-Cal.
Isn't that crazy that they get free health care? Isn't that nuts to think about?
Yeah.
But they have to stop that. We have to stop giving people who don't belong here free health care.
In 2027, non-citizens already benefiting from the program will have to start paying a $30 monthly premium.
Walmart's always hiring.
For individuals who are illegal. What a slap in the face. What insanity.
The decision still not enough for Republicans.
This budget is a reflection of our priorities, and unfortunately, it doesn't prioritize Californians.
Democrats say letting people use Medi-Cal keeps them out of the much more expensive emergency rooms.
No one is denied care when you go into the emergency room. And so we may see the numbers of indigent care go up. That's going to cost an increased cost of care for all of us. So it behooves us to find a solution to make sure that we invest in Medi-Cal.
This is why you don't put women in charge of anything.
In charge of anything.
So back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, bums, when I say bums, I'm talking people with no jobs and no incentive, or I shouldn't say incentive, but no desire to work, flocked to Wisconsin because Wisconsin would hand out unemployment and welfare benefits to anybody with a pulse.
Damn.
And it wasn't until the 90s that they finally revamped it. And when they started cutting people off, they left the state because there's no more handout. And if you look at a progressive society, I think it was Denmark was the one that I was watching this weekend. They have they used to have a good balance of their social welfare programs that would take care of the people at home, the Danish citizens, and the people who are putting into the system. And it would give people enough of a hand up or a handout so that they could get back on their feet and then contribute back into the system again. When the European Union started requiring all of these countries to start taking in.
Taking in immigrants. They have quotas, guys. They have quotas. So you got to take in X amount. Yep.
They overloaded the system. They're overloading the system in Germany. And what these do-gooders won't get through their thick heads, it's like a stray dog that you don't want around the house. When you keep leaving food out for him, he's going to keep eating, and it's going to get into your budget.
Yep.
So if you stop providing these incentives for these flat-out illegals from coming over here, they're going to leave.
When you leave that food out for the dog, eventually that dog or just extra food being on the ground attracts rats and parasites and other things that start drawing from that system as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find an article on Germany's healthcare system. Hold on. Immigration. Here we go. Yeah, they're cooked, guys. Honestly. And then Canada's healthcare system's cooked too. Cooked. Once again, because most of the doctors only work part time. You know? What's this? Let's see.
A wave of viral infections has pushed Germany's children's hospitals to their limit. This winter, doctors' practices and children's hospitals were bursting at the seams. Some clinics didn't even have beds available at peak times.
Die Situation ist so prekär, dass man wirklich sagen muss, Kinder sterben, weil wir sie nicht mehr versorgen können.
There is also a shortage of antibiotics, painkillers, and medication to reduce fevers. Production was outsourced to other countries to save money at the cost of reliability. The chairman of Germany's Hospital Association said, "Right now, we are seeing all areas of healthcare being pushed to their limits."
And they're not going to say it
Cancel
outright.
scheduled operations. Only emergency procedures were carried out.
But we know
Only
for a fact.
40% are run by private companies, and their goal is to make money.
Here's the thing. If you let a whole bunch of people into your country who aren't paying into the system, what are you talking about?
It shouldn't even need to be like explained. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I have a container that holds 100 jelly beans and I try to pour 175 jelly beans in it, it can't contain that, and that's what we're doing with like human beings at places.
But you're trying
we
to
can't care
you're
for them.
trying to reason with people who scream nobody's illegal. They don't understand the concept. No, nobody is illegal, but your presence is illegal.
Oh no, I say that they're illegal. They shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying?
No, I want to further qualify it for them so that they don't try to get any wiggle room to start yammering. So it's just like people use the argument. Hey, if I'm sitting in my house and AJ comes through the front door and he nests himself in my kitchen, hell no, you didn't come in by invitation. Get out of here.
Yeah, I would say that like people can't shame me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're trying to say that people are illegal? Yes. You can't pull up my heartstrings. I don't think so.
Tell you, yeah. That's the whole point here. Is that?
Yeah. Here we go, guys.
But here's the thing: they want you to believe that's discriminatory.
Yeah.
We're discriminating against them. It's like, no, this is just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not saying they're a bad person or anything personal.
People
they're just,
who don't
you
have
can't handle
arguments.
them.
People who don't have arguments use shaming tactics. And guys,
Correct.
That's one of the things I always say, guys. There's a couple of milestones to manhood, right? Number one is when it usually happens in your mid to late 20s, right? When you realize how much your time is worth. Okay, that's why guys start making more money in their mid to late 20s and early 30s. It's when you seriously stop and realize I am not getting paid enough, and I need to get more. You actually look at
your own
business. Check. Yeah, but
yeah.
Even then, by even making your own business, you're saying that my time is worth more than anyone can pay me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You either do one of those things, basically.
Yep. Number two, when you realize that your parents are just people, they're not mommy and daddy anymore. You know what I'm saying? They make mistakes. They put their draws on one leg at a time, just like everyone else. Still seek their counsel if you have a good relationship, but you are your own person. Number three, when you steel yourself against the effects of women's tears. Guys, you cannot let women's tears affect you at all. You can't do it. Someone nope. If there's some girl crying on the side of the road, I just keep on walking. If I'm ever in a relationship and someone some broad's crying. Don't look at me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work on
And
me.
that is closely related to the first thing you said, the shame.
Yep, that's true. And then the
Closely
last thing, guys,
related to being
people cannot
how they try to shame
let
you.
anyone shame
That's
you.
like a different form of saying,
Yes.
if you don't start tending to me when I'm crying.
Yep. Guys, if you say something and you mean it, reach down into your shorts, grab your nuts, and say, I'm not apologizing. I mean it. Stand 10 toes down.
Yeah.
Because other than what are we getting out of this? I say this, the most important question that men started asking, especially you white guys, snowboard. Well, snowboard, you can't say that type of stuff about women. Snowboard says, or else what?
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. If something is true and someone tries to shame you in it, what does that make them? If you say something that is true, just it doesn't have to be scientifically true, but it's just something is true.
Yeah.
You cannot. That's where men need to hold their line, because we're protecting kind of reality at that point in a way.
You can't say that Pride Month is a joke, or else what?
Yeah.
You can't say that all these modern women are 304s, or else what?
Exactly.
Or else what are you going to do about it? Nothing.
Or what I would do, AJ, is somebody would say, well, you can't say that. I just did.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. TJ, what's up, dude? Sid's here. What's going on? Lenny, what's up, dude? Captain Palsy's here. Heretic, what's up, man? Matthew's here. Jason's here. What's up, man? Okay. Yeah, guys. Those 4 things will help you be a man. Other than obviously get in shape, guys, learn how to fight, learn how to shoot, guys. Please, if you don't know how to fight, guys, please learn how to fight. Do some Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Do a kickboxing class. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to fight, please. You know what I'm saying, guys? Have some hobbies and learn to enjoy your own company. You know what I'm saying? If you can do all those things, guys, you will be successful. You might not be rich and powerful, guys.
What's your definition of successful?
Yes.
If you're at peace, you're successful in my book.
Yeah, sure.
That's very important.
Guys,
if you can survive 3 days without your water heater until you can go in and replace it yourself, you're doing well.
Well, I have a lot of friends down in Argentina, and when people ask me, what's the difference between us and them? And I say, well, all of my friends in Argentina know what enough is. You know? They have enough, and they're just happy. They're perfectly happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just fine. Like, they have enough to just live a great life, you know, hang out with friends and family and all this other stuff, and they're just fine.
You guys remember when iPads first came out?
Yeah.
When was that?
2007, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys remember what the precursors were to iPads?
Just a regular computer?
No. You used to have, oh, doggone it, now it's slipped my mind.
Well, I actually don't know.
There was Blackberries.
Yeah, there was Blackberries, but those were
Blackberries. And then the precursors to those were Apple had this little handheld called the Newton. And then there was another company that came out with a genericized handheld device. It was called a handspring. And so you go from the 90s up until last year. Last year, I bought myself my very first tablet.
Yeah. Well,
but I went all these years without a tablet, and people thought I was nuts because they said, "Why don't you have a tablet?" I don't have a need for one.
Yeah.
I just don't want one. And then last year, I went into Best Buy and I told the kid behind the counter, I said, "I'm supposed to buy a blah 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 blah," and he said, "Oh, okay, yeah, I got one right over here." And I said, "Yep, that's the one I'm supposed to get." And he said,
David said, "You mean an Etch-a-Sketch?" He said before the
I was going to say that. I was waiting to say that. That's what Argentina has. That's why they're happier. God damn it.
Yeah. No, but guys, I've had 2 iPads my entire life. The first one broke. I was being stupid and my phone it fell off my dresser and landed on my iPad. That sucks. But I've had my current one for about 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah.
And I use it to play Final Fantasy Tactics on because I have it for iOS and I haven't beat it yet. Damn it! I've been trying to beat this game since 1997. Damn it! And then I also have a Kindle app, so I'll read books on there.
And
then
like
there's an app
about,
you can learn how to play the guitars. As I've been playing guitar on that too, but
but it's like what you and I talk about. You got an old car, so what? Don't let people tell you, well, you need to get a new car. Why?
Yeah. What? Hey, ask them. Hey, are you going to pay for it?
Exactly.
hey, Corey.
About that, they just well, you shouldn't have to drive an old car. No, I shouldn't have to, but I like it because
guys,
guess what?
Guys,
all that money's going to the bank.
I know a girl who went to law school and she doesn't practice law. She's a Nigerian girl. She said that her parents forced her to go to law school, but she's like $175,000 in debt for law. I was like, how are they forcing you to go to law school if they're not paying for it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So, Adam Schrader, what's up, dude? Australia, what's up, dude? Down in Australia, man. The effingest hellhole, man. Yikes. You know what I mean? Not good. Jarvik, what's up, dude? And I missed someone. Ephraim, what's up, man? So, guys, here we go. Guys, this is based Iowa. Here we go.
Yeah. Alex, AJ, she's going to be paying off that debt for an eternity.
Look at that.
That was the scene at the Iowa Capitol earlier this year as state lawmakers discussed controversial bill.
Look at that. No testosterone at all, dude.
Controversial bill removing gender identity from Iowa's civil rights code.
Let's go!
As of midnight, that law is now in effect.
Iowa is now the first state to remove gender identity as
she can get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That wouldn't take her anywhere, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But she can get it.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can start a leaf blower.
protected class under its civil rights code. KCRG TV9's Connor Woodruff joins us in the studio.
Guys,
Jesus help us.
How much time do you guys think this guy spent hanging from his underwear in the bathroom on the coat? This guy never had lunch money in high school.
O'Connor, while it's now in effect, it's been a few months since that law passed. What have people for it and against it said?
Yeah, Jackie, when Governor Reynolds signed the bill back in February, she said it safeguards the rights of women and girls. That was a sentiment shared by advocates and lawmakers who testified at the state capitol, arguing the change is essential to keep women safe by keeping biological men out of women's restrooms and playing sports with biological women.
This isn't about hatred or exclusion. It's about acknowledging that women have the right to feel secure in spaces meant for them. Biological differences impact safety, fairness, and competition. And policies that blur these distinctions threaten the protections women have fought hard to secure.
And that was Amber Williams, who spoke on behalf of Inspired Life. And while she says the bill isn't about hatred, advocate Maxwell Mowitz with One Iowa says in the months since the law's passing, trans Iowans have felt threatened and lawmakers haven't done enough to address the division.
We've also seen a lot of trans Iowans making plans to move, and I know many folks that are either moved out of the state already or are planning to be. They are seeing from most people that are in positions of power in our country, certainly in Iowa, definitely at the federal level, they are seeing that it's completely acceptable to harm, target, and ostracize marginalized people.
Now, with the law going into effect today, I wanted to learn more about the effects it'll have on trans Iowans. In our next half hour, you'll hear from experts about the legal implications of this historic law. In the studio, Connor Woodruff, KCRG TV9 News.
That's weird. How'd that happen? Hold on, guys.
Yeah, it just cut off too soon.
No, that was hold on. I'm trying to fix something here. Let's do that. Okay. Oh yeah, anyways, yeah, guys, so they're cooked. And we're gonna laugh. right?
This was a scene at the Iowa State Capitol just a few months ago as lawmakers considered a controversial bill removing gender identity protections from the state's civil rights code. Governor Reynolds signed the bill in February, and as of midnight, it's now in effect.
Did you see that one guy with like a shaved head who was back there? That's a mental patient.
Yeah.
You're whining. Did you guys see that guy with or woman or being with like a shade? That's a mental patient, man. And that's who they're propped up to put there.
Yeah.
Most of Iowa doesn't give a damn about this.
Isn't it funny? This
yeah,
thing?
the bottom. Yes, at the bottom left. That's a mental patient.
I told you guys, it's just hilarious that what is this? New Tennessee law. All right, guys. Last story here. Here we go. Let's go, Tennessee. Let's go.
Law set to go into effect tomorrow will make harboring undocumented migrants a crime.
Let's go.
I'm Latricia Thomas. And I'm Kim Chapman.
America.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. USA.
Yeah.
USA. Let's go. Carlos X and Whiteout. What's up, guys?
And Whitfield, Senate Bill
Tennessee
392 makes it a felony.
Was the first state to make it you must do paternity tests, and if the woman is wrong, she pays for it. That's huge.
Yep.
Tennessee did that like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Big deal.
I think Tennessee also has the most fair divorce laws too. You know what I'm saying? So
Undocumented immigrants have the law.
Say again?
So is snowboard avoiding Tennessee?
Harboring as
no, wait, with all the B-dubs in Memphis, you know snowboard's gonna be
North Memphis. I'll be a Project Cat sister up in there. It's sad.
Look at this.
That will allow our district attorneys, our law enforcement, to catch folks before they get into a smuggling situation, a trafficking situation.
A new immigration state law that will go into effect Tuesday is already causing some uncertainty.
We are concerned about the ways in which this bill could impact community members who are
breaking the law,
living in mixed status families, who could now
in mixed status families.
Individually be implicated for harboring or hiding individuals.
La Paz's director of communications, Lily Sanchez, pointed out what she believes is vagueness in the legislation.
Focused on efforts that support and care for those who need it most are now implicated potentially in
what those knuckleheads need is
a misdemeanor and could be escalated to felony depending on the scale.
This lawsuit filed on Friday is trying to stop the law. It says the law appears to make it a crime to rent an apartment to immigrants who entered or remained in the U.S. unlawfully, for parents who provide housing to an undocumented child who pays the bills, for a charity to provide shelter to undocumented immigrants.
When people come in, we're just seeking to feed them and to clothe them and to give them what they need for the night. And
stop it. This guy is trying to troll you right here.
Look at that, guys.
Beta male. Shelter them overnight. So
anyways, guys, here we go. Here's an article, right? Let's talk about Hollywood, television, all this other stuff, guys, and why guys, Hollywood's cooked. Guys, every now and then I bring up pop culture stuff, right? Yeah, Pink Panther's just all illegals have to go. Yep, facts. Guys, this whole woke thing in Hollywood, Snowboard Corp, when do you guys think this started? Like the whole woke push in pop culture period. When do you think it started?
Well, subtly a long time ago, but more modern ways is right about the time when a probably really good movie producer named Harvey H. Steen or W. Steen started going away. By the way, a lot of his charges are getting dropped. That's when they started the attack on men in general. They said if you're a regular looking dude and you make a comment to a woman, you're Harvey Hollywoodstein all of a sudden, a fat ogre who's going to abuse power over a woman. It's just not true. But that's what caught on fire. And women can say, like, oh, I can use this as a power move.
Go back to the 90s.
No, it started, guys, originally. So 2016 is where it actually started, right? Is where it actually started.
A lot of the feminist stuff started really getting pushed in the 90s. If you look at a lot of the TV shows and a lot of the movies that came out back then.
If you look at the media, though, you still have like Seven and all these movies in the 90s and the 2000s. You had everything from like Van Wilder and all these movies, Super Troopers. The 2000s and the 90s were great decades for movies, right? But it started, guys, with comic books. That's where it started, guys. That's where it started. Guys, when the MCU started blowing up, comics had gone woke. I want to say about 2008 to 2009. That's when you started having all the Transformers and all this other stuff. That's when they started race swapping all the characters. Was right around 2008. Because this Ironheart knucklehead that they have, they introduced her when was her issue first?
I heard that run was really short.
It was terrible.
But I don't care about race swapping because look at Thor with Heimdall. A lot of people were bent out of shape about that, but Idris Elba is a freaking awesome actor.
Yeah, but we can assume that we like it when it's done well, right? But we know that how often have they done this well? But I want to say right around 2011 to 2012, that's when comics started getting cooked because that's when you started seeing more of the female leads and all this other crap. And what's funny is that when the MCU blew up, the male versions, the white male versions of the characters were dominating all the media when the comics weren't selling. That's when manga started selling more than American comics. And guys, there was a year where My Hero Academia outsold almost all American comics. Insane. And that's because they started letting Korg, Snowboard. So you guys have been writing, Daredevil and Captain America for the last, 5 years and done a great job. You guys are fired because, you're men. And Snowboard, you're white. So out you go. So, hey, random non-binary 500 you won some award for writing a book of poetry. Do you want to write Daredevil? Why would you do such a stupid thing?
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
The video games too. Why? You notice how the moment that they started pushing white guys out en masse, video games started to suck en masse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think when you said around 2015, 2016, that's the tipping point. What you're talking about is like roots of the tree. So video games, I don't know a lot about comic books. You're probably right about it sounds right about it, but that's one root that's growing up to the tree. The tipping point was around 2015, 2016.
Yes, but what happened?
It coincides with what I'm saying.
In 2016, though, Snowboard.
I know what happened. The Orange Man.
Yes, and do you guys know?
As far as Hollywood goes, I'm saying the White Diddler Hollywood man, he went in jail, and that was a big thing. I think.
No, I think this is what did it right here. The female Ghostbusters.
Dude,
exactly.
When the female Ghostbusters came out in 2016. Is when they made this movie bombing about the election. They said anyone who doesn't want to watch this movie is some orange man supporting misogynist. And guys, it was trash. Everyone hated this movie, right?
Yeah,
it was garbage. You guys,
they had to rename the movie.
Yeah. So guys,
and spend a ton of money that's wasted. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not making it about this certain Hollywood individual, but he would never have this. If he did have it, it would be all hot chicks and be hot in a certain way.
But guys, even the angry video game nerd, he always talks about Ghostbusters. You remember he made that video saying, "What do I feel about the Ghostbusters 2016?" He goes, "No review, I refuse." He was saying, "Guys, I'm just not going to watch it." And then all of a sudden, he went viral because James Rolfe is a misogynist. He hates women. One of the most popular YouTubers on planet Earth. He's a misogynist and he likes Orange Man. He's like, he didn't say any of that.
No, he didn't. It's called artistic integrity. That's what he cared about.
Yeah, and I admire him because I lost 2 hours of my life to that trash heap.
This guy's saying, these people, they went after him. All because he said that he won't even review this stupid movie. So all these people were like reacting and saying that he went viral on Twitter because they're like, oh my God, he's such a misogynist. This is the only time where I've ever seen James Rolfe like actually in any type of like, them trying to cancel him. You know what I'm saying? All because of the stupid movie. And Ghostbusters 2016 actually became like this catalyst of, Hillary Clinton voters like this movie and all the rest of them. Like, this movie, how bad did this movie bomb? Hold on.
Well, it's not only that it's bad and everything. It's a remake of a movie.
Yeah.
A Chinese remake hybrid of a movie.
Yeah. Yep.
Create an original idea movie, then we'll respect you more. You're disrespecting a piece of art that's already done. It's been done. We need a new thing.
And it's so funny because they have released the the Ghostbusters box set. It was like Ghostbusters 1, 2, and then the Rebirth one, and then the Frozen Kingdom one. And then that knucklehead Leslie Jones, why didn't they put ours in there? Because it was trash.
It's not
it
worth
was trash.
It. Yeah.
Right. So the budget's $144 million. And that's without the marketing. So they probably spent another $70 million on the marketing. It made $229 million. So the studio gets half of that. So it bombed. It bombed hard. You know what I'm saying? And these people, this is just ridiculous. Why would they even think this is a good idea?
That's like with the new Joker movie. That it's like the same thing.
And this is when, guys, this is the first time that they started using toxic fandom as a phrase. And then this is the first time that they started saying review bombing too. And all that is, guys, is studios having an automatic way to kind of get around accountability. You know what I'm saying? And guys, I actually I'm gonna come out and say it. Black Panther's not even in my top 10 MCU films. Because there's like nothing irks me more when the villain has the same powers as the hero. You know what I'm saying? Like they did that on Ant-Man, even though Ant-Man was good. They did that on Black Panther. They did that on the first Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why? Why did they keep doing this?
Yeah, I thought Black Panther was a bit of a slog.
Yeah.
But what I thought is ridiculous, and I don't care if it comes from the Marvel storyline from the comic books, but I just think it's insulting that we have this advanced super secret society that nobody can get into, and we're more advanced than everybody else in the world. but the way we choose our leader is through tribal combat. Seriously? And
Well,
I don't.
I think it's a great idea. I think we should do it here.
But you get what I mean.
I mean, I'm dead ass. I wish that.
But it just. But
Can you
overall,
imagine, can you imagine Orange Man freaking punching Knucklehead Harris in the face? But no, I like the whole Wakanda thing. You know what I'm saying? Because they have Atlantis.
Wakanda as a concept was great, but
yeah,
it just bored me.
I didn't even see the second one. You know what I mean? No.
That one was really tough for me to get through.
So
and
this
everybody
guy's
raved over it, and I was just like, whatever.
Yeah. So this guy says that screenwriter David Scarper, he visits the great Hollywood studios these days. He's struck by what's missing. It used to be that you walk around these back lots, you'd see many people, and they were very, very busy. They were like small cities. Now, oftentimes, you walk around and nobody's there. It feels empty. You definitely feel the absence of life on these lots. Like the once proud factories of the Midwest, of the dream factories of Southern California are on the decline. Last year was the worst for on-location filming in LA since the tracking began 30 years ago, apart from the cough. Of all the TV shows and feature films that North American audiences watch, only 1/5 are now made in California. And guys, that's because of Georgia. That's because of where else? Florida. That's because of Las Vegas. You know, this is because Hollywood's facing intense competition for film production from domestic rivals like Atlanta, New York, and then Australia, Britain, and Canada are offering more aggressive financial incentives. California politicians stand accused of resting on their laurels for too long. Orange Man has a plan, but critics say that it'll be no more effective for Hollywood than his notorious tariffs, blah, 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 blah. So this guy worked on Gladiator 2 and Napoleon, said that the state and the city are both struggling with big fiscal issues, and in a way, it's become an arms race. Is LA going to be able to compete with Eastern Europe? No. We have the best people in the world here, but oftentimes producers find themselves shopping for the best price. Because, guys, these movie budgets are just crazy. $300-400 million. You look at the credits, like, who are all these people?
Yep.
The grip hand has an assistant who has an assistant who has an assistant who has an assistant. Who are all these people? Why? You don't need all these people. Black Bill Daniels. What's up, dude? And guys, I did drop the link. So anyone who wants coming up, guys, just hit the StreamYard link. You know what I'm saying? Light World. So what's up, dude? All right, so
hey, one of the problems with why movies are sucking a lot lately has to do with the Chinese market, because they try to make these movies because they know that they can recoup over half of the budget in the Chinese market.
Yeah,
and the Chinese audiences apparently are just they don't really care much about the story. That's why we're getting these really one-dimensional characters. If you want really good stories with really cool characters, look at the stuff from South Korea.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, guys. People, especially men, we are gonna get we will get our entertainment. We are not a captive audience. That's why a lot of guys watch anime now, watch South Korean stuff, even like Bollywood and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Bollywood movies are great.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like the Koreans still tell a lot of traditional storytelling where guys do guy stuff and girls do girl stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know? Maybe now. Yeah. That was great. The sequel was trash though.
Oh,
unfortunately, but don't here. Just forget you heard about it, okay?
No problem.
Captain Palsy says we need cocaine back in Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly. thing I would like to add to it is that remember, half the audience that spends money in movies, film, etc., or art is women. But also the masses, it's a lot of beta males who consume something.
Yeah.
So do you think if it basically with modern art, if we had someone that made the modern statue of David, these idiots won't know what to do with it. They're just going to say, we don't really like it. We want Fast and Furious 20. That's part of the problem.
Well, but hold on. Here's another thing, though, is this, though. Because the whole the whole artsy fartsy movie. Because look, guys, film is my favorite medium other than literature, because I read a lot. But guys, film to me is the most film close. No, I would say comic books are the most like disrespected, really awesome medium for like art. You know what I'm saying? Like people think that comics are for kids and it's ridiculous. And then animation, because movies still are not really taken seriously as far as like the message and stuff that you can convey. You look at The Godfather and Dog Day Afternoon and Full Metal Jacket, all these movies, and how they were cultural, like what they've done to the culture. Now, to go with Snowboarder's point, the Oscars are now a joke because Hollywood went woke and the critics focused on ideology and not art. You know what I'm saying? Quentin Tarantino said it the best. Now Hollywood's about ideology over art. It's about politics over art. Where you had a lot of really good directors and actors back then. You didn't know what their politics were. You know what I'm saying? Clint Eastwood's a Republican. He was still making great films, and he could make his films. Now, in order to win an Oscar, you got to have two dudes blowing each other. Guys, when was the last time that you saw any movie that's been nominated for an Oscar? Oh, wait. Guys, do you remember in the 90s and the 2000s, it was actually like you would watch the Oscars to see who won because you'd probably seen all the movies? You know what I'm saying?
I never really cared. I just wanted to be entertained.
What I'm saying is like whoever won the Oscar for Best Picture was in the top Best Pictures of that year. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, Oscar nominees.
Yeah, because
let's do
like Drew Barrymore got the Oscar, I think, for E.T., which I thought was one of the stupidest movies I ever saw, and a friend of mine's mom had a fit with me over
that. Let's see. Okay, so in 1994, the Best Picture nominees were In the Name of the Father, Schindler's List, The Remains of the Day, and The Piano, and The Fugitive. Okay? All good movies. 1995, we had Shawshank, Good Will Hunting. Hold on. That isn't it. Who are the nominees? Where are they?
I thought Casino would be one of that year. Casino is a fantastic movie.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, we had Forrest Gump, The Client, Pulp Fiction, 4 Weddings, and awesome. A Funeral, and Nell. All those great movies. You know what I mean? I saw all of those. Let's look at 9.
Exactly. And do you want to know who probably the producer was? Is the guy who was saying, right, when is the tipping point?
Yeah. Guys, best picture 1996. Toy Story,
Monkeys,
Apollo 13, Braveheart, Babe, 12 Monkeys, Casino, and Mr. Holland's Opus. I saw all of these in the theater. Now, guys, they have these goofy movies. Like, I don't even know. Hold on, guys. Let's do 2024. Best Picture. Let's see how many of these that we saw. Is this them? Best Picture. Killing the Flower Moon. Maestro. Anatomy of the Fall. Past Lives. Poor Things. Oppenheimer. I didn't even see that. Barbie. I haven't seen any of these movies.
Oppenheimer is good. Poor Things is.
But I'm saying is like
I've heard Oppenheimer is good.
But like, I haven't seen any of these. And if we look to 2023, right? Well, Top Gun Maverick. Okay, that's good. Also,
So here's something for you, AJ. People give a lot of grief to him, but by God, Tom Cruise always delivers a fantastic picture for his audience.
Yeah,
because Maverick, I think I've watched Maverick 3 times because it's really, really good.
Because that's the only movie in the last like 10 years that I saw. Well, no, because I saw some of the MCU films like 2 or 3 times in the theater, the good ones. But I saw Top Gun and Maverick like 4 times in the theater. And guys, I remember when I saw it, it was like the day after opening day. The theater's packed, and this like Hispanic dude, he comes in with the Maverick glass and the replica Maverick coat. It was dope, dude. And when that boom, the intro, like the start of the Top Gun song started playing, everyone started clapping. It was crazy, dude. What, they don't do that anymore. Even when the Lord of the Rings was out, guys, I went to the midnight showing of all the Lord of the Rings, the first 3. Guys, do you guys know how you go out and there's everyone all dressed up and stuff, and the movies are like almost 4 hours long, and you're trying to hold your pee because you don't want to miss part of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like Lord of the Rings, you can't not go pee. You know what I'm saying? Guys, when was the last time that we had that type of movie? You know what I'm saying? Was probably Top Gun Maverick. Oh, I saw Ford versus Ferrari like 3 times in the theater. That was good too.
That is a great movie.
Yeah. Damon says they're going to
They better not.
Indiana Jones.
Better not.
Well, that last one, I heard
that one's
crap.
The last 2 have sucked.
Yeah.
Because they had Shia LaDouche in that other one.
Thanks for the $10, man. Appreciate that, my friend.
You are scaring the hoes.
Thanks for that.
But this is what I was trying to say artistically, but it relates to mostly women because I'm not blaming women on have these movies not selling out good. What I am saying is their art. What is your favorite female artist that just does something? You can't even really name it. It's probably like Alanis Morissette or something. You know what I'm saying? So they're not caring about authentic, really good art. I'm not saying there's not any. What I'm saying is I don't feel they're really upping the game. Lizzo is the best one that they've done recently.
Well, Snowboard, Outlaw, Korg, have you guys ever dated a creative chick? Like a chick who's like an aspiring singer or painter or whatever? No. Guys, a lot of these chicks have they barely have any talent, but they have the looks, right? And a lot of times they're not really, especially chicks that are into the art scene. Guys, chicks that are in the art scene, they aren't painting anything. They just want to go to these like upper crusty art events so they can get piped down by some.
They want to get painted,
yeah. Or freaking Gavin, the starving artist. That's selling them some dream.
The communist,
with this stupid little beret, you know what I'm saying?
Power scooter or something, electric scooter.
Ridiculous. Outlaw, what's up, dude?
What's up, guys? We're talking about Hollywood, huh?
Yeah, well, so I was saying that Ghostbusters 2016 is when the toxic fandom is when a review bombing, that whole narrative where the fans don't know what they're talking about started. But I was saying that comics, it's been a thing in comics since about 2008.
Right. I talk a lot about this on my other channel, Southern Fried Nostalgia. Let's be honest. You know, the whole LGBT stuff don't sell. Politics in general does not sell, like identity politics, even though they'll make the argument that you have a lot of that in the older stuff. The stuff you see now being peddled, the identity politics, it really just does not sell. So what did they do? Business as usual. They bought their competition out. They can't beat them, so they bought them out and put their people in there.
Yeah.
You know, you have people in there writing all this stupid shit like trans disabled Spider-Man women flying through the air in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Guys, have you seen that snowboard? Have you seen the disabled Spider-Man that's in a wheelchair?
No.
Yeah.
I don't watch a ton of
No. It's a comic. Spider-Man
of comics
wheelchair.
and fiction, so I haven't been able to comment.
Yeah.
So look, this person has their wheelchair webbed to their back, and then look. Hold on. So let me make this a bit bigger. Look. So she's in a wheelchair, but she's a superhero who shoots webbing out of her crutches.
Oh Jesus.
And then they had this stupid comic called Children of the Atom, right? It got roasted so bad that they canceled it, right? So they have this one person that's like a non-binary vampire mutant, and then these other two, their brothers called Safe Space and Safe Space and something. And of course the guy wears pink and the girl wears blue. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess, dude. And like, they have TikToks and everything, you know, because they're Zoomers. What a joke.
It goes to show how deep this stuff goes. I don't really know about this world of things, but even that they had to make completely woke and shove it down your throat. It's really a thing they did on so many levels. It's just a whole new level right here.
It's basically a retconning of your entertainment history.
Yeah. Look at that, guys.
Oh my God.
Can you believe it?
You know he's gonna say that thong.
It's like disco.
But it's gonna be on any gender now.
Guys, have you seen the person who wrote Children of the Atom writer interview? Guys, interview. Okay, look at the person that's gonna write this comic, and it's some overweight, knuckleheaded B-dub, right? And she's like, "This is what the youth want to see." Hold on, let's see. And guys, this comic got roasted. Let
me ask you, AJ, do you watch a channel called Pop Culture Rocks? Which is basically Hammerhand in the MGTOW world. I don't know if anybody here is familiar with Hammerhand, but he's got a channel called Pop Culture Rocks.
Okay.
He's already dissected all of this. Yeah, it's somebody in the chat said self-insertion. Yeah, that's exactly
just like that idiot that made Kamala Khan the new Miss Marvel. Guys, this is this dunderhead right here.
Kind of recalibrate not just what she's doing in terms of the outside world, but kind of how she's viewing her own actions.
It's awesome. It's great where she's at right now. I'm enjoying the story a lot. And so you got secret weapons.
Trash! Yeah. Who put this person in charge of a comic book?
I have no idea about this comic book world. That's kind of why AJ is like showing a lot. I didn't know it penetrated that deep. But when that girl said that, who clearly doesn't care about comic books, she lied her non-existent tits off. Do you see her look at the ground and frown after that?
Look at this.
Her job was to make this comic book nonsense be like integrated.
Look at this. Mutant self-actualization with Vita Ayala.
Well, look at it just for a second on its face. What you're seeing, right? How much of the actual population is trans or LGBT or any of this nonsense, right?
LDHTV, they're like what 1%. But guys, here's the thing: we always talk about small hats being overrepresented in Hollywood. Guys, LDHD TVs are overrepresented in Hollywood. Come on, man.
But check this out, AJ. This is slick. This is what they figured out. Yeah, it's like maybe 1%, if that. So when the people, me and you, the consumer, rejects this nonsense because they know and we know we will reject this, they then get to turn around on us and blame us for not supporting LGBT and what. See, it's all about propaganda and the blame game. They get a convenient baked in excuse to be like, oh, you guys ain't supporting it. But they already knew we weren't, because they look at facts, figures, numbers. They study us like lab rats. They know what we like and don't like. They know this type of stuff don't sell, right? It's convenient. It's a nice, convenient propaganda excuse.
Well, the beautiful thing about video games and about comics is it's direct to consumer.
Yeah.
Guys, all we do is just not buy it, and it just crashes and burns. You know what I'm saying? Period. Like you can't be like Ford and have all these levels of excuses and say, oh, well, our cars aren't selling because of excuse. If people don't buy comics, guys, that's why Nerdrotic, a snowboard. Do you know who Nerdrotic is?
No, I
Okay,
don't watch really any fiction or read fiction and things. So
Okay,
I'm
you need
new
to check him out because he talks about pop culture, him and the Critical Drinker.
Yeah.
But I think you'd really, 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 really like him because he talks about just woke stuff and all of it's trash, right? So Nerdrotic, guys, he was an addict for a long time, right? And he got clean. And comic books and video games is how he got clean, right? And then he even started a comic book store, right? And his comic book store went out of business because they were selling crap. He's like, I can't move this crap. Like, the distributors give you X amount of product and you have to sell it. You know what I'm saying? Or because you owe the money back. So his comic book store went out of business. And then he made his channel as like therapy and a way to say F you to all these comic book manufacturers. And now I have to say they've tried to cancel Nerdrotic more than any other YouTuber in this sphere. He's had Disney come out after him. He's had Paramount come after him. He's had what's it called, the Southern Law, whatever, come after him. Oh, he's a white man who's spreading hate. Please,
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Come on, man. Come on.
But you know why they don't like him? I already tell without seeing it. He cares about artistic integrity.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to just peddle Chinese woke garbage or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just generic. He doesn't want Fast and the Furious 20. At his store, he doesn't want the market saturated with woke garbage, which they're telling you is supposed to be good.
Yeah.
He's just saying, like, whatever is good is going to be good, and he wants to give you the best comic.
Yeah.
He cares about that.
And he has to make money, too. You know what I'm saying? That's his livelihood. You know? So, but, yeah, he's actually had to go to court. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people who are like, he's spreading violence. He doesn't like the LDHD TVs, please. So, but yeah, what a mess, guys. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna put Bianca on really, really fast. I'll be right back.
Yeah. You mentioned Fast and the Furious. That
well, here, guys, talk. I'll be back.
Yeah,
that series has been dead since probably the third movie.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying is, like, if we gave modern people the Statue of David or whatever the next like version of that is, or really something really good, they kind of are afraid of it or don't like it, and they want what they're used to. That's why these Marvel movies and the woke stuff, they're like, hey, we're just kind of used to woke stuff. I'm 40, but I like Transformer movie. That we've trained, it trains the market to like garbage. But when something new comes along, they can't appreciate it really. I think a lot of the people like can't really appreciate something like that. And I was kind of saying mostly it's women, because what is the most popular artist right now is Taylor Swift. Does anyone think Taylor Swift is truly talented? In 100 years from now, we're going to say, God damn, that was a really good Taylor Swift song. This is timeless. She's not our Mozart, but she's being treated as our Mozart. So that's what I'm saying with some of the modern art. It's garbage. It's just not good.
And Sabrina Carpenter and Who else? And it's so blatantly obvious on the nose what they're selling, which ain't music, because I don't consider any of that slot music. It's sex.
Exactly. It's a combination of sex, subliminal messaging, and like even if you don't think of it that deep, like Cardi B and Lizzo and Katy Perry Katy Perry, I'll actually say, is kind of good. Taylor Swift, and they've been to like blasted to space in your face. They're not a good artist, and it's like just toxic art.
Yeah,
but,
it's trash.
But I'm saying most women kind of like it. So that shows that they're kind of sick in a way. Like this is the best you can enjoy, and then you want quality out of a man, but this is the garbage that you like as media. I can't do both.
Well, look at what their mouthpiece is for, right? It's women's empowerment. It just so happens the biggest, quote unquote, music artists right now happen to be for women's empowerment and feminism. Yeah, that's not a coincidence. When Taylor Swift is literally talking about it.
They're the four pillars, though, of there's more than four.
The four horsemen of the apocalypse.
We have guys 304ing it up is number one.
Well, it's basically the same thing with Diddy. I won't go into that, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It is basically when you get to that level, when you're making that kind of money, you got that kind of exposure, you're in the political spectrum. And when, you take a step back and look at this stuff, like your LGBT, your BLMs, your anti, all that, that's political.
You don't have to be in the political spectrum. Because, guys, I'm 44 years old. In the 80s and 90s, I didn't know any of my favorite movie stars' politics. I didn't know any of it. Or athletes either. I still don't know who Michael Jordan voted for.
Because that was an untapped market for getting, politics and propaganda in the eyeballs of billions of people's faces at one time, right? And it just so happens now they're starting to do that, or have been doing that for a long time.
Yeah, but now the issue is that these young movie stars like Rachel Zegler and all these dunderheads, they don't realize that you gotta be accomplished to talk mess. Harrison Ford can talk mess. Clint Eastwood can talk mess. Meryl Streep, as much as I can't stand her, can talk mess. But Rachel Zegler, guess what, buddy? You don't have any good movies to your name. She was in bomb after bomb after bomb and has a nerve to talk mess. You understand?
It is the reason why your football games, your baseball games, your basketball games, your race cars, racing, any of your sports, NHL, all of it is politicized because it's in the big money right now. It's big
that's
league.
true. That's true.
And that's why.
But things are actually starting to turn around because guys, it was also in the 2020s. Sorry, in 2020, they thought streaming would be the wave of the future. So everyone got this big boost of investor money. So they were propping up all these projects and being able to fund bomb after bomb after bomb with cough money. But guess what? That cough money is gone.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Most of the comedy specials you've seen that are from Netflix, I don't care what anyone says, they're not that good.
Yeah,
it's not as good as like Comedy Central and other things.
What is it called? Corporate,
in my opinion.
Right.
Index. What is that one thing where it's like how woke your company is? The corporate something.
Oh, DEI.
The corporate diversity index, right?
It's
Hold on.
A different thing.
It's the corporate equality index, or the HRC. That's it. Now, guys, things are starting to shift because, guys, Target and all these places wanted they thought that that scoring high on this corporate equity index would bring them more business, right? Yeah. Even though they were told, people who are saying that you shouldn't pull out of it, they're just racist and white men, right? But if you get high on this, even though you compromise your company's ideals, you'll do well. Guys, look at all these companies that have pulled out of the corporate equity index. Here you go.
And also, AJ, pay attention to who's buying up everything.
Yeah. What's going on here?
Uh-oh.
Let's see. So it says here, was it Ford, Lowe's, McDonald's, Meta, Wally World, Pepsi, Goldman Sachs, Google, Target, Amazon, Coors, Tractor Supply. And guys, we actually looked at the entire list once. These are all companies that have pulled out of this stupid pop-ups. Here you go. So all of these. So IBM is going away from all race and gender focused programs. Gant, who's a newspaper publisher, same thing. Constellation Brands, that's for Corona and Modelo, got rid of theirs. United Health Group got rid of theirs. Major League Baseball, they got rid of all references to diversity on their career site. Look at that. Victoria's Secret halting a goal to promote a certain percentage of black workers who can't fit in their clothes. Let me see. State Street. They said that they were trying to have their board be 30% female. What? Warner Brothers got rid of theirs. Goldman Sachs, Paramount will no longer use diversity targets tied to race or gender in hiring. Bank of America will end aspirational targets for diversity hiring. BlackRock, Citigroup, Pepsi, JP Morgan, Coca-Cola, and Pepsi. Look at that, guys. Yeah, what happened is that the Human Rights Council, hold on, HRC, the Quality Index, companies pulling out. The HRC got too big for its britches, right? All of a sudden, everyone's trying to kowtow to them, and they got all arrogant. Their heads got big because just like Homeboy says,
victory has defeated you.
They got too big for their britches, and now no one cares. Guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. Right, guys, we have 63 likes. Appreciate that. Hit the super chat button. Hit the join button, guys. Here you go. This is it.
What's happening is consumers have a limit of how much they'll take, and then they'll start implementing a backlash, and we're finally hitting that backlash.
But not just that though. Men, there's no backlash. We just walk away. We walk away. Men vote with our wallets and
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
When consumers have enough, they leave, and then you got these people that get all upset, and then they start blaming you as well. It's your fault. You give me a sandwich with a dog turd in it, and I don't eat it. Don't blame me for it. That's not what I want.
Yep, it's not the sandwich's fault. It's your fault for not eating it. Please. So, guys, the corporate equality index. While many challenges to DEI programs have been about race, activists working to change corporate policies that they deride as woke have made a point of demanding that companies end their participation in the HRC's corporate equality index. Most of the companies that recently announced changes to DEI approaches did. Like LDHC TV writes, United States, the requirements corporations need to meet to receive a high score on the annual index have expanded. So there it is, guys. You give them an inch and they take a mile. Look at that. Look at this. In 2004, in order to get a good score, you had to place emphasis on providing comprehensive benefits to domestic partners and improving healthcare coverage for transformers. So guys, you can't get a good rating unless you give health benefits to transformers. Later, it added categories that gave employers points for promoting equality and the broader LDHCTV community. In 2019, it specified that supplier diversity programs, which encourage companies to work with minority-owned business or veteran-owned business, must include LDHD TV suppliers. Think about how insane that is. Guys, if you are forced to deal with businesses from the smallest population, there's a higher likelihood that you're going to deal with a crappy business, right? This would be like saying Outlaw has to hire 50 men, 50 women that are engineers. Well, guys, 90% of all engineers are all men. Therefore, per the numbers, if you take 50% from the 10%, you are more likely to get crappy engineers. That's just how it works. Because you're leaving, you're taking the same amount from a larger pool. There's more good engineers in the 90% than in the 10%. Absolutely insane. Look at this. By 2022, the index said that employers should offer same-sex spouses and domestic partners the same benefits as couples for in vitro and adoption. What? And that they have to create gender transition guidelines. Clown world. Look at this, guys. Look at this. And now all these businesses are all pulling out. They're saying, no, we are not going to be bullied anymore. You guys know they're all doing backflips because all this costs extra money, you know? So, guys, Ghostbusters 2016 was really, really where this crap happened, right? Because they were saying, oh, you know, if you didn't vote for Hillary, then you didn't like this movie, right? And that's when we started seeing the whole toxic fandom. And then I think the thing that really, 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 really messed it up was, guys, The Last Jedi. That was the next year. This is probably the most pivotal event in the war between the fans and the corporations. This movie by itself was like, it was like an old school Call of Duty, like chat, pre-game chat. You're screaming, yelling at each other. You know what I'm saying? And this is when the news jumped on this. This is when the newspapers. This is when people who aren't even Star Wars fans were trying to tell Star Wars fans who and what Star Wars fans were.
Yo.
This movie right here is when people really, 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 really started to understand that Disney's trash, that there's a whole group of writers and people who don't give a damn about anything that we grew up with, that anything that we hold dear. Because think about the arrogance. Just think about the hubris. Think about Corey being let's just say that guys, it's so bad I can't even think of a franchise that isn't cooked. Right? But the fact, like we would never go in and say we know better than the person that invented the damn thing. Corporal, what were you saying?
Well, I was going to say, J.J. Abrams did this. Was it the second movie in the series? And he is a complete hack, and I don't know why they keep giving him work.
J.J. Abrams did the first one. Ryan Johnson.
Okay, Johnson. Yeah, Johnson's not any better. But when I heard Abrams had this, I thought, oh, this is going to be crap.
Trash.
And then there was a guy in my office who I think he saw it about 2 weeks after I did. And he used to work in a video store. So he became, he watched movies all the damn time. So he became really picky about, or I should say he became really good at picking apart stories and what was a decent movie and what wasn't. And I said, so what were your thoughts on this? And he said, frickin' Mary Sue. That whole movie was trash. And I
This
said,
guy
okay then.
here says, it's not easy being a fan of Star Wars, as a past year has proven following the release of The Last Jedi. So the fan base has become an insufferable cesspool of toxicity due to the choices that Rian Johnson has made.
I quit
Guys,
being a... Go ahead.
We are allowed to have an opinion on things that we pay money for, on things that we support. We are the fans. We are the boss. The customers always right. Guys,
you know what's funny?
What happened?
I was going to say, you know what's funny? For all the toxicity in Star Wars fandom and how they're all misogynist, I hear nothing but Star Wars fanboys screaming for good Ahsoka stories.
Yeah.
They love Ahsoka.
Outlaw.
I quit being a fan of Star Wars after George Lucas sold it to Disney.
Yeah. I kind of knew, but here's the thing, guys. Star Wars is so The Force Awakens is kind of tough because your head's telling you one thing and your heart's telling you another. I remember even in The Force Awakens, Star Wars, yeah, and then by the end I'm like, that was a little, I don't know, but then I'm like, but your heart's telling you it's Star Wars.
It was basically A New Hope just rebooted.
Yeah.
That's all it really was.
Yep. Yeah.
It boils down.
Go ahead,
bro. I was just going to say, it boils down to political activists writing, directing, scripting these stupid ass movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing about Star Trek too, because guys, new Trek is terrible, right?
Discovery was trash.
Yeah. Oh, it's trash, guys. I am actually a bigger Star Trek fan than Star Wars, right? Because guys, I grew up while the original series, and then I actually watched The Next Generation live, week to week with my dad. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the best parts of my childhood.
And Next Generation didn't pick up until the end of season 2. About 5 episodes before season 2 ended, basically when they changed uniforms.
Uniforms, yes. Yep. That's when it started getting good. Yep. Yeah.
That's when it started getting good.
And don't even get me started on Cowboy Bebop, because I'm a mega anime fan. Newer stuff. When Netflix did to that series and Dragon Ball.
Trash.
No.
Trash. What were they thinking?
Hey, AJ. Here's a funny part about Star Trek.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Oh, no. Keep going. I just couldn't switch screens. Anonymous, I have a lot of background noise coming from you. Can you use some headphones or something?
Yeah. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, I'll mute you. What were you saying, bud?
You know what's funny is when people watch the episode that had Captain Jellicoe in it, they all scream and yell that he's a big meanie, but you got a lot of us former military say, that's a freaking commanding officer.
Yeah.
That guy knew how to kick ass.
Yeah.
But when you look at the different Star Trek series, I like Picard because the guy was a diplomat and he could say things in such eloquent language that you knew, at least from the audience perspective, that he was pissed off and he meant business.
I like this guy too.
The captain I enjoyed the most was Captain Sisko.
Yeah. This guy. The guy who was O'Brien's captain. What's his name? And there's the Cardassians. O'Brien's.
Yeah, because O'Brien fought in the war against the Cardassians.
What was his name? That actor, he's in everything, dude. But yeah, he was like, we're not gonna win this one, are we? And he's like, dude, they're right there. We know the Cardassians are doing this, but politics. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah.
Instead of saying old captain, say former captain.
Okay, all right, let's do that. Let's see. That actor, I know that actor's name because because he always plays like a senator or like a general or some like government guy. What is his name?
And I just rewatched DS9 2 years ago, and
you guys, this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know his name, but you guys know this actor. He's
click on the Memory Alpha link; it'll take you to it.
Yeah, this guy is great, man. But this is O'Brien's page. I'll figure it out, guys. But yeah, man, that was a great episode. There's so many good episodes. Star Trek.
But Voyager, they screwed out the gate, and then because the Year of Hell should have been what the entire run of Voyager was.
Yeah.
And then Discovery, Enterprise was so, but they screwed that out the gate with that stupid
with that stupid theme song. Yeah, with that theme song. Sorry, like I couldn't get past it because of the theme song. I'm sorry,
but it has its moments. But Discovery, I was really looking forward to Discovery based on what the description of it was, and it was just trash.
Yeah, once they were cussing and swearing and crying, I was like, "This is Starfleet. You're in the military. What are you doing?" You know? So let's see. Yeah, but and also all the main characters that were carrying the plot weren't senior staff. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Doctor, Neelix, even like Tom Paris and Harry Kim were like ensigns, lieutenants.
I still maintain to this day they should have shoved Neelix out of an airlock by the end of the second episode. I hated that character.
Yeah, he was annoying. And then Picard, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And then I haven't seen Strange New Worlds or Lower Deck.
It is good. It is really good. Yes.
Okay, I gotta check that out then. But
it's
guys,
really good.
I was showing everyone on the Discord the other day. There's a guy called Certifiably in Game, and he's a Star Trek lore YouTuber. And if you guys want, if you ever need your Star Trek fix, because he talks about all the different races and all the different technology, ships or whatever. But guys, he plays through Star Trek Online and then clips it and narrates it as an episode. It's sweet. So it's actually like new Star Trek. It's really cool.
And I agree with you. Picard was just
and he's got an English accent, so it's like, yeah, it's great, man. He has a really good job. So he narrates the missions like they're episodes of Star Trek. It's fantastic. So you can put this on in the background, and then because Star Trek Online is huge. If you guys are into Star Trek, guys, play Star Trek Online. Okay. Like there goes your whole life for like a while because it's so much fun, And they're still making new missions for it and new add-ons for it. So you can see, they have time travel missions. They have like the lore goes on, so you see like where the Voyager crew went after they got back. What is going on with my? Oh, okay, here we go.
Very little alteration on the outside, while internals and systems are upgraded with time. So although a bird of prey from 2280 looks
he narrates things.
I've seen this guy's
he's awesome. You can see he
videos.
does he does
the Herc problem has been dealt with more or less.
All the technology, all the ships. He does all the backgrounds, like the technical manuals and all of that, But he has a lot of really cool stuff. And if you're just ever hankering for Star Trek, sorry guys, I wasn't sharing my screen. Oops, but you can see
last part in the Star Trek Online.
And then he has the one.
Yes, I'll take one.
Where they actually
yes.
Oh, no joke! They got a game. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Star Trek Online's a lot of fun, man. And like you can see, you remember.
And welcome back.
Remember Hugh Korg?
Yep.
So you actually have to go find.
Can Can you fly ships and all that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
fight
yeah.
with, like, oh, dude, that's fucking. Oh, sorry. That's all.
Interesting.
I mean,
This message
well, then.
here. Well, we have two options. One is that simply the Star Trek Online is its
Oh.
own splinter timeline. The alternative is that he survived the encounter, which, considering the extent of his Borg modifications, he may well be able to do so.
And they have
Either
ships
way,
from
we've got a new
Europe.
assignment, so
They
we
have
break
all
orbit
kinds
from
of different
Vulcan and
ships
set a
you
course for the Ram
can
Izad
use.
system, which will take us
Oh, that's awesome.
some time to get to, considering we have to utilize the Solanae and Janolan Dyson spheres.
And you even go into the Dyson sphere from next generation.
I read that book. That was a book.
Dyson sphere? Yeah, yeah.
It was called Relics when they found Scotty. And then they found the Dyson sphere. When they adapted it for TV, it didn't do it justice. That should have been something like a 3 or a 4-part episode.
They have one where you have to fight in the mirror universe, and then one you go to fluidic space where that species 34512 is from. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Gangster. It's a cool game.
I'd go in weapons hot if I were you.
I was playing this for about a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, oh man, I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got sucked into World of Warships a couple of years ago, and then I threw my hands up and said, I gotta quit doing this because I was spending an entire weekend just playing.
Well, see, I've been out of the gaming loop since 2011 because I haven't upgraded my gaming system since PS2. That tells you how bad out of date I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I have no
I
idea.
still have an Atari 2600.
Yeah, this game came out. My gosh, how old is Star Trek Online?
Like,
It
you know,
came out in 2011. It came out, and they're still making missions for it. Like, the online is still going to this day. So it's pretty sweet.
like I'm still in the GTA San Andreas, GTA 4 and 5 realm. Like I'm still, that sort
I
of
think
stuff.
I never got into, I never had good internet service where I live. And then back in the day, we used to play Quake, and I think all the Quake stuff disappeared. But then I've seen rumblings about, is that universe still out there?
It exists as like Counter-Strike, which is one of the most popular games. So the Quake people kind of do. Counter-Strike is like very popular in like other places in the world. It's like a sport.
It's
crazy.
It's
like crazy. It's insane.
Yeah. Do you guys? So one of the, I don't know. I don't play a lot of games online because I play games like the single player modes. Like I actually picked up Grand Theft Auto 4. Because Outlaw, he was talking about it on his channel.
Well, see,
I haven't played it in so long. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like the whole planning the heists on Grand Theft Auto 5. You know what I'm saying? So, but I had fun with GTA 4. So
GTA 4, what to me, in my humble opinion, was the last good one because the crash physics, the in-game mechanics, the way that they ragdoll, the storyline, everything was top tier in that game. Liberty City, fantastic, loved it. GTA 5 was more. I like the size of the map. The storyline was I like the feature of 3 playable characters instead of 1.
I didn't like the first person part. I never play first person in Grand Theft Auto 5, and I hated it when you're online and the person that did the mission, like if you joined a mission, if they set it to first person, you can only play it in first person, which sucks. So, yeah, I tried to play Grand Theft Auto online a couple couple times, just to play it. But I'll just go back every now and then and mess around and blow up stuff and jump on big mountains and stuff. It's fun.
I like the fact that Michael and Franklin's voice actors are such huge nerds with the fandom, but Stephen Ogg, he's like, nah, fuck this. Or sorry. Screw this.
Okay, guys. Okay, now, guys, since we're on video games, let's talk about game franchises that are absolute trash. Let's start with Saints Row. Saints Row is trash.
Yeah.
Dude. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? The new one was woke trash. You had a bunch of non-binary LDHDT TVs trying to pay off their student loans. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why? And Saints Row started out as a Grand Theft Auto clone, but then they just went all in on the demons from hell and superpowers and all that other stuff. It was fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially being about 6-7 beers deep,
Yeah, it's like an arcade version.
Yeah.
Sleeping Dogs and what was it? Watch Dogs.
Yeah, Watch Dogs was fun. Yeah,
Pretty
I have
good,
Watch Dogs for no. What's the one with the martial arts? Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs, I think, because that was the one. That was like the Grand Theft Auto in Japan.
Yeah, this one. This one's fun. Yeah. Guys, check out Sleeping Dogs. This game is fun because you can choose your martial art. You can make a Muay Thai guy or a Kung Fu dude and just wail on everybody. This is great.
Now, if you're a PS2 era guy like myself, there's 2 hidden gems that coincide with Sleeping Dogs and GTA that people would probably like. True Crime, Streets of LA.
Oh,
and True Crime, New York City. True Crime, New York City is the better one.
Okay. Hey,
yeah, that game was fun.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta check these.
New York City, that one right there. They actually took a full-size map of Manhattan and put it in the game. Every street is realistic to the real map of Manhattan.
Tim Hicks, have you played the new Assassin's Creed? Horrible. What's it called? Shadows. What were they thinking?
Not Vanguard, but Shadows.
No, Shadows.
Shadows.
With the black samurai who's friggin' bisexual. Come on, dude. Why?
Is that for real?
Yes. Guys, this game was cooked the moment that they announced it. The moment that they announced it, why would you want to play as a black samurai? And they're like, it's realistic because there really was a black samurai.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run on muck.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's a retcon of actual samurai history.
Yeah, which is offensive.
Yeah, the Japanese hated this game.
Yeah.
Hated this game. And they're like, oh, well, and of course, the person who wrote the script is some woke white chick.
Yeah.
Is talking about how the Japanese are so non-inclusive. You're talking about their culture.
Yeah,
You're
it's a
spreading it in their
monoculture.
country.
Yeah, that's what they want. You made a whole fireside chat about this, AJ. If it's trash, don't buy it. But that's the thing that women do. They'll buy Taylor Swift tickets for $3,700.
Yeah.
They should have called her out for cultural appropriation.
Yeah, fact. Guys, well, hold on. Snowboard. It seems like the only art that women actually do appreciate is live theater and musicals. But have you noticed that, like, the whole theater scene itself, if you think Hollywood is bad as far as degeneracy, Broadway is even worse.
Yeah.
The biggest bunch of LDHD TV, minor abusing, drug abusing degenerates are on Broadway.
Elite, liberal, money people as well.
It's the same thing we told people when they released that black version of Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Correct.
Go write your own movies.
Yeah. Yep. I don't understand it.
Same thing with the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs movie they just come out with.
What's funny is,
go ahead.
Did you guys see that they were trying to say that this Haley Bailey chick is better looking than Margot Robbie?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking she kind of looks kind of hotter for me, but
this
that's
movie
something I
was
would
for
say.
kids. That's what they kept saying.
Robbie.
That's what they kept saying. This movie's for kids. It ain't for adults.
Oh, geez, no, this chick's way hotter.
Margot Robbie.
Come on, dude.
She's Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that's like a hot Russian chick. Oh my god.
Come on,
yeah, she's Harley Quinn. How could you not like Harley Quinn?
I thought it was Ursula. I thought like the cartoon characters were different.
Yeah. It's.
Yeah, no, that was bad.
They were trying to tell us, Little Mermaid's for kids. Don't watch. Who do you think the movie is trying to pander to? Like,
yeah, that's true.
The generation that grew up with it. Like, come on.
So did they make a hypersexualized version of the Little Mermaid, and this is the chick that's in it?
No, they made a black Little Mermaid.
They race swapped it basically.
Yeah.
Then you had all these sudden book experts coming out of the woodwork, like, oh, it's not a real white woman. It's based off such. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. Isn't the original? Guys, I have a lot of background noise coming from someone.
Someone has a fan on somewhere.
Yeah, there's like a fan.
Yeah.
But guys, the original story is Danish, right? I think.
I have no idea.
Well, they kept trying to say, "Oh, well, mermaids ain't real, and they're not white European."
Danish, yeah, it's Danish. That's like
nice.
For instance, why were there black people in The Witcher? Why? It's in Poland. The Witcher's from Poland. There was no black people in medieval Poland. Why? I just don't understand it. I just don't.
I'm gonna tell you,
get it.
AJ. I'm going to tell you something that's very telling, and a lot of people here, you probably already know this. When China doesn't allow these types of movies in their country, and I'm talking about with the LGBT stuff, the gender swapping, all this stuff, and only America does, something's up.
Yeah. Russia doesn't allow that garbage either. They won't play. They don't have any of that at all. And they're not worried about it. They're fine with not having it. They don't feel like they're missing out.
You see that China banned girly men? You see that? The whole what is this?
Was it Russia or was it somewhere else trying to ban feminism out of the education?
You know what's off limits?
I don't like
Michael Knowles is a trad-con.
Yeah.
He's a trad-con.
But he's talking about the topic, so
he's
I just wanted to say I don't hate Michael Knowles. I'm just saying he's a trad-con.
Did you guys see Charlie Kirk basically like proving that he's like the biggest simp of all time? He was on a podcast today.
I was waiting for this to happen. But if you think of it, if he's a hyper trad-con, he's got to be kind of a hyper simp in also a way too.
Michael Knowles has that very sugary energy.
Yeah. He is a.
He likes smoking a lot of cigars.
He likes his British cigarettes, huh?
This guy. No, but he had a thing saying that basically, if we asking a woman to go 50-50 on a date makes you beta. Charlie Kirk has the balls to be calling anyone beta. Let's see. Here it is.
Third wave feminism is a.
Dang it, guys! Where is it? Of course, now I can't find it. But guys, I'll find it.
I could picture Charlie Kirk grandstanding on saying that though.
You
Without
found it? Let me know, because I want to
Pressure
cover this on my channel.
is a beautiful
Hold on, let's see.
pressure.
He's going
is
to
a
use
beautiful.
shame.
You want to have a debate, but you actually don't debate.
He's going to use shame to say you don't pay right away. You're not a real man. He's going to repeat a feminist talking point, but from a TradCon perspective, is what it will be.
Here it is.
And so, no, I probably wouldn't put any more restrictions on it.
You mentioned earlier in this podcast that one of the biggest sacrifices that you have to make is running this massive business at the same time as trying to be the leader in a family.
Yes.
I'm curious, what do you think is the biggest issue with modern dating? As a single guy, I would love some advice. You know, Graham, he got married a year or so
Congratulations.
ago. So he's looking to start a family.
Have as many kids as you can afford. Now have
Probably
more than,
two.
Have more than
Probably
you can
two.
afford. That's what I should say.
I'll stick with two.
What is wrong with modern dating?
Yeah.
The biggest problem with modern dating is very interesting. We had a women's summit. The young ladies.
Yeah. And we all know who was there, right, guys? All these 304s like that Ray.
You tell her she's a goddamn
a women's summit, please. Come on, man.
They'll raise their hands. They're like, how many of you are unhappy with the dating pool? Every woman raises their hand. I'm like, funny. All the young men I talked to are unhappy with you too. So who's wrong?
Those seem like kind of select groups of people, though. You know, like if you're asking women that are attending a women's summit, they might be in a very specific situation.
Yeah, I mean, like I would say generally, I hear more complaints about the dating pool than, you know, like wow,
I mean,
there's so many options. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe
So I think it's more of an options issue. Is that you could go online and just if you don't like someone, instead of working through it, it's just you go back and you start swiping again.
So what's the problem with women? And then I'll go to the problem with men. The problem with women is that many of them, have unrealistic expectations of the man that they want, a lot of them. And I deal with this all the time. Like, I want a guy that's earning $1 million a year and he's 6'4", and I want him to have a perfect jaw. And I'm like, yeah, that's never going to happen. How about, by the way, where on your list is like, I want someone who will be a good father or someone with good character. So that's like really disgusting, actually, that you just want someone that's like super rich and looks good.
Now, guys, he's doing okay. He's doing all right. And then he's going to step on the simp mine, all right?
He's fixing to mess
I
up.
want that too.
Oh,
I feel it coming. I feel it
Rattlesnake
coming.
TV did a video on this already.
Oh, okay, got it. So
I can
basically,
smell
you
it's
want like Ken
coming.
Barbie doll, and then you'll have like all the good virtues. Notice they don't lead with the virtue, and a lot of things lead to that. But number two is women need to be very clear that we need to tell women more clearly that if you do not have children before the age of 30, there's only a 50% chance that you will have children.
That's a fact.
It's a fact. You can.
How do you not know that, you dumb?
He's interviewing him about it.
But no. But like this guy, that's a fact. You think? Google, you idiot.
Yeah.
Guys, how do people not know this? How?
It's not that people don't know. It's that people choose to willfully ignore it.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
They don't know. They don't know how to deal with it, and they don't know how to twist and make the delusion fit around it.
Yeah, that's true.
Fact check me on that.
Yeah. Isn't that though that women are becoming very intentional about whether or not they want to have kids, and just it's more so.
Please,
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Guys, women cap for about 16 to 36. Yeah. For 2 decades, they cap and say they don't want to get married, they don't want kids, and then all of a sudden, right? They just have that epiphany.
Yeah, then I have a kid that's like,
all the kids. You know what I'm saying?
You're wondering why at any place you go to, you can't get good help or an employee that is worth a damn. It's because of that's their kids of people who did that.
Yeah, guys, and you cannot have women say we're strong and independent, but then at the same time say we're all the good men. It makes no sense, but they still do. It's crazy.
socially acceptable. We
Yes,
should
but
say
they're
that
miserable because of it, though. I mean, it's not just mine. You go fact check me, put the numbers up. The most depressed people in America are women without children. They're the most likely to be on antidepressants. They're the most likely to be anxious. Again, people that experience severe depression are people that say they are very unhappy are people, young single women in their early 30s without children. Who are the happiest women in America? Married women with children. I think and by the way, of course they have the agency to do that. I'm not trying to like make a law like you must get married and have kids. But I think that we've gone wrong here, that women should prioritize family and children way above career, that they should try to find their husband before they're 25, that they should try to get married way younger. This is probably the fertility
But then that
problem.
also goes back to just finances.
No, that's
you
a
can't
huge problem. I
quite
totally agree with
have
that.
a husband going out making a salary to have a stay-at-home.
I completely agree with that. That's the best argument. It's not a winner argument, but it's the best argument. Because at some point, you go to like sub-Saharan Africa, they have like 8 kids and they live in like a dirt hut. You can figure.
Guys, here's the thing about baby deletion saying, "Oh, I can't afford to have kids." Guys, if that's the case, that means that like 90% of the world shouldn't be having kids.
Exactly.
Because 90% of the world lives poorer than like anyone in the United States.
Yeah.
And they still have kids. Guys, I used to live in Texas. I used to live in places where you see Hispanics, you see other immigrants. Guys, the mom works at friggin' Safeway. The dad works on a road crew. They have 4 kids, right?
Yeah.
They have an apartment. They have 1 car. You know what I'm saying? But they don't. What we consider to be a regular life, well, not all of us, but what these women think is a regular life is luxury. They think that they should have 3 kids. They shouldn't work. They should live in a gated community, travel internationally 2 or 3 times a year, have a brand new friggin' Escalade. And then the kids should all have new cars, should all have college paid for. What are you talking about? That is a upper class lifestyle. And that's why Kevin Samuels did it the best. He said, he asked these chicks, why? I don't want a rich guy. I don't want a high value guy, And he goes, well, do you want kids? Yes. How many? 3. Do you want to work to have to pay significant bills? No. Do you want to live in a gated community? Yes. Do you want a brand new car? Yes. Do you want to travel? Yes. What type of guy can have 3 kids in a decent sized city with a wife that doesn't work and live in a really good house with a good school district that leads good college? You got to make $400,000 or $500,000 a year.
But where that comes from, it's boomer women brainwashing their daughter that the economy is going to be like how it was for them, where you can work at a gas station, buy like a house and a new truck, and have a kid. You're not really worried about anything like that. The everything has changed a bit, where the amount it's like it is about money sometimes why people delete their kid, because it's just not the same paradigm. But I'm saying these boomer 30, which is still a 304 problem, boomer 304s told their daughter to go and be a 304 and expect that all the prosperity that they had is like, yeah, we can buy a brand new boat, you can have a nanny, you can have like a lake house and all this. So when the average chick wants to have
I don't believe
suburban
that
life,
though.
they get it.
I don't believe that though, because you have girls that grew up middle class that have champagne dreams, that have champagne expectations. That's not their moms telling them that. It's everything from media, it's everything from social media, it's everything from like Sex in the City, it's all of that stuff, to where, once again, guys, and just like I said, back in the day, there was a group of black people that thought that everything white was better, that the white ice cream was colder than the black ice cream, that you know what I'm saying? Feminists thought the same thing, that everything inherently masculine was better than everything feminine. So they defaulted to, well, we want the nice car, we want the nice house. As a woman, what do you need a nice car for? That always tripped me out. Here's well, I have a 911 turbo. You're a chick. Yeah. What do you need a freaking Ferrari for?
A lot of it is, and this is my humble opinion, when you have women that are born in a time period where every bit of this is set up already. People got their riches all over the world, whatever. You got your cars, your white picket fence, house, whatever. and you have a generation growing up thinking they're entitled to this because they're told that, and then they grow up without knowing the value of a dollar, and so they're oblivious to what things cost and don't know how much work it takes to get there. And you can coast through life because people will take up for you and take the blame for you and not hold you accountable. You get a generation full of people that are oblivious and don't understand what's going on, like these women.
And I was saying
Mostly
that
women, I 100% agree.
Well, here's the thing, guys. You know, let's look at little Snowboard back in the day when he's 8 or 9 years old, right? He might have had a Lambo on his wall. He might have had all this stuff on his posters or whatever, but he knew that in order to get that, he'd have to work for it. Mm-hmm. If he was gonna go to some far place, he'd have to work for it. These chicks have all these expectations, all this stuff, but they think that they're entitled to someone else giving it to them. They say, if someone else can't give me this life, then I'm just not gonna get married, or I'm not gonna this. And this is the hubris. These chicks, they are with a guy that gives them a life that they can never afford on their own. Mm. And they have the nerve to treat the guy like trash, right? And that's another thing Kevin Samuels has said about when he started doing his coaching. He would talk to these guys that were Fortune 500 executives, guys that have gone out and conquered the dragon, you know? And their wife treats them like he's on fries at McDonald's. Here he is, this titan of industry, and he comes home to a wife that says, you're worthless, you're a piece of trash, you forgot to take out the trash, or whatever. He runs a multi-billion-dollar company. You live in his house and don't have to work. And somehow you think that because he leaves a dish in the sink that he's an idiot?
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Figure it out. Having children, I believe, is a plus.
CEO of United Healthcare, after letting all those people not live and stuff, would come home and take that lip from his wife.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. Yeah. And guys, that's the thing that Kevin Samuels has said too, is he would ask these women, you don't want the man, you want the money. What makes you entitled to a man's money? Because, guys, my dad, he was a very successful guy. He still is, right? But, like, my mom knew that she was replaceable. Mm-hmm. If my dad said, do this, and she said no, up through the uprights you went. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of successful guys are, especially back in the day. If you were some friggin', millionaire back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, this chick knew that she better hold on to you, or she's cooked. And especially that's how women are in the third world. You know what I'm saying? Russia, Eastern Europe, Africa. You have these millionaire, billionaire dudes. You know what I'm saying? And they will literally will see a hot chick on the street, and they will like make her into a princess. Like these rich dudes in Africa and like Eastern Europe and in Southeast Asia, they are literally like dukes and kings.
I mean, think about especially the last 2 or 3 generations, my generation included, the millennials, right? And look at what technology was available, what people had on average in the middle class at the time, right? The sports cars, the money, the houses, the property, the status.
RVs, dirt bikes.
Yeah, boys. At that time, even the 90s and 2000s, even at that time, right? Now look at what people have now. Look at what a lot of people have now.
Netflix and look at what 7-Eleven hot dog.
Yeah, right.
And look, now they have cell phones and iPads and all this other stuff that costs extra money. Yeah, mm-hmm.
Right. And look at what a lot of people have help starting out getting from their family, friends, inheritance, whatever. And you have young girls everywhere watching this, growing up, wanting that already. They want that already because times and technology are a lot better now than it ever has been.
Yeah.
And they can't figure out that, there's a lot of work behind it. There's a lot of time that goes into that, sacrifice. It's one of the reasons why I can't take people serious that argue about rich folks Even though I'm not a fan of rich people myself, but I get it. You know.
The thing is, well, here I know quite a few rich people, and I knew them before they were rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Guys, the majority of people that have become rich, they have become rich in their lifetime, but there are those that inherit money. They are the worst, obviously. But in general, guys, I think that there's that America, especially nowadays, hates winners. Right? They see someone who's successful and they don't see the grind, especially if you're a white dude, right? They say, "Oh, you guys must have been going around stealing money from everyone and hoarding it." It's like, no, you just outworked everybody. People hate winners, and they hate those who make them hold up a mirror and make them realize how lazy they are. You know, so.
Now, understand that the reason I hate some of them is not the same reason that a lot of these people hate them. For like, they're capitalist scum. A lot of them are in the political spectrum that have the ability to do evil deeds, and you see some of them do that. That's what I hate them for, right?
Well, I always say that rich people aren't the problem; it's their kids.
Yeah.
Because guys, how many people? I know a couple of guys that are loaded. And their daughters, it's always the daughters too that are capitalism like sucks, bro. Your dad is rich. He's paying for everything for you. What are you talking about? You have been like a super beneficiary of this very capitalism that you say you hate. What are you talking about? So
I'll give you an example, and I take my own nephew and his wife as a prime example of what I'm talking about with current generations and what have you. My brother and his wife started off in a small shotgun house years ago, right back in the 90s, happened to work their way up. My nephew and his wife, no, they had to start off in a fucking house, a big house. They didn't want to sacrifice. They didn't want to start off poor. They didn't want to start off trying to work it out with each other and build a life together. They wanted to already be boosted into a nice, cushy middle class, you know, house and all that good stuff, have people helping them out. You know, no, we can't start off small, not no apartment, none of that crap. We got to start off, you know, prestigious, with status, with people watching us and looking at us. You know, it is this generation, partly mine, and the new generations that cannot, you know, well, it's all out there, it's everywhere. Why can't I have my share?
Well, the thing about the internet also too is that these chicks see chicks on the internet having it, and they think that they should have it.
Yes.
And it's like, this is, guys, all feminism is and all this stuff is socialism. It's all it is. These chicks, the uggos, the biggins, they want the same outcomes as the hot girls. That's how it is. That's all it is. They see some freaking hot, fake plastic chick, being flown out and going to all these exotic places, even though she's probably having freaking Sheikh Mahmoud drop a dump on her.
Yeah.
Chest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But still, they look at themselves when they're 5'5", 400 pounds, and this, it's not fair. It's the male gaze. Men don't need to do anything. You guys saw a video that I did on average chicks that have high dating standards, right? That first chick, the 400-pound chick, trying to say she has high dating standards. Please, here it is, guys. Here it is.
What kind of a wuss beta male is splitting the check? But like, who are you?
I split the check quite a lot.
I would go into debt and scrub dishes before a woman paid for it. I'm sorry, like I would be so humiliated.
You should pull out the credit card.
This very video right here you're reviewing. Can you send that to me on Discord? I'm going to review this.
Yeah. This is the actual video, and then this is this one right here is Rattlesnake TV reacting to it. So here, let me.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to do it right now. Whenever you get a
no
chance.
problem. Yeah. But yeah, what a joke! What an absolute joke, man.
Woman? Of course,
just an offer.
No,
it's a nice gesture.
No. By the way, no. This is feminism.
Welcome back to Rattlesnake.
What a joke. What an absolute joke, man.
We as men have very different problems than women, right? Different temptations. As men, we have problems controlling our flesh. That's why adultery is literally in the 10 Commandments. You had to command an entire people not to cheat on their wives. It was easy. God would not have to command us not to do it. And
most guys can't cheat. Most guys aren't even married. Most guys aren't even dating, you dumb. This shows how out of touch these trad cons are. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, guys.
So, when men are dating, if you want to make yourself more attractive to a woman, first of all, like demonstrate self-control. And also, women want to be taken care of. I know this is like super provocative, but like deep down, they want a man to be able to provide for them financially.
Should a man pay on the first date?
100%. Like, what kind of a wuss beta male is splitting the check? But like, who?
He's out of touch.
Guys, my brother, he was out on he was talking to a chick, and he was like, "Hey, yeah, let's meet on Thursday. I get off work before you, so I can come pick you up." She goes, "Oh no, we aren't to that stage yet. How about you send me a car to pick me up?"
What the heck?
So basically, she wanted him to pay for an Uber to pick her up and take her to the restaurant, and then pay for dinner too. Come on, man.
Who are you? Do you agree with me?
Listen, with Macy, I paid for the check.
On the first.
Yeah, on the first.
It's like, I'm just sorry. It's so.
Of course he did that.
Hold on there. Where does that garbage come from when you have these same women championing for equality and feminism?
Yep.
Where they can pay for their own meals, but yet somehow it gets lost in traditional translation when it's time for you to pay.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But yeah, guys, I'll do a video on this because this is absolute clown world, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Charlie Kirk, I want to see what Jake has to say.
See both points here. Me personally, I would never really let a woman pay for anything on the first date, but I'm also very careful about who I choose to take on a date. If I'm going to take them on a date, then they would have had to already have shown me some sort of feminine virtues. I mean, if it's some sort of like a modern woman, career babe, boss babe, then I wouldn't go near them in any sort of romantic.
You mean all of them? What are you talking about?
So I always pay for the date. However, I can see a conceivable scenario where we go on the date. I've gotten my calculations a little bit wrong, and she tells me the whole time about how independent she is and how she doesn't need a man and how she's got this fantastic career, whatever, and makes all this money. And I have no interest in a second date, and the bill comes and I choose to split it. I can see that happening. I mean, paying the bill and providing in that sense is a masculine virtue. And if you expect men to embody these,
yeah, but you provide for your wife. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? Guys, look at this. The average cost of a date in the United States is $168. Look at that. Absolutely insane.
Being able to provide a bill, paying the bill on the first date is not masculine. That's not a masculine trait.
Yep.
That is just paying for the first date. Masculinity has nothing to do with paying anything.
Insane. Where's that one? On one of my last search, there was look at this, guys. The average cost of a date. Look at that. $100 per person for a full course meal.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has it all. You guys never take a chick to a comedy show for a first date, because we know, guys, girls, they aren't funny and they have no sense of humor. And if you actually see a funny comic that's cooking, they're gonna say,
"How dare you?"
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. Back to the topic here. Hold on. There was a Reddit thread. It was like why they were ruining all the franchises. And now I can't find it. Yeah, guys. Basically, Indiana Jones sucks now. They're making an Alien that looks pretty good now, where the aliens have crashed on Earth.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully, this doesn't suck. Images. Yeah, this looks good. And then was the Indiana Jones is trash. So the new Happy Gilmore looks good. Have you seen the movie for that? This looks good.
Salud.
And then but other than that, guys, the best thing you can do is watch anime. You know, play video games from companies you actually like that actually do good work, and find older shows. You know what I'm saying, guys? Older shows are where it's at, guys. Once again, if you haven't watched The Shield, guys, this is one of the greatest shows ever made.
It really is.
Yeah.
He turned me on to it. I think it's my favorite show I've seen. It's really good.
Yeah,
it's my favorite show, but it's always good.
Justified. This is a great show. You haven't seen this yet. Obviously, Breaking Bad. Good show. You haven't seen that. Better Call Saul. Good stuff. We just watched Waterfront. This is a new Netflix show. This is good. This is like Ozark, but it's in North Kakalaki. And then Ozark was good too. This is good. And then, guys, underrated gym. I think we talked about this recently. If you haven't seen Edge Tomorrow yet, guys, Tom Cruise, man, let's go. Outlaw, have you seen this movie?
I have not, but
dude, check it out, bro. Guys, I've seen this movie more times than any other movie in the last probably like 10 years. I watched this over and over again. This movie is so good, man. This movie is so good. And then also, guys, I mean, classic.
Band of Brothers.
Haven't seen Band of Brothers yet? You guys got to check this out.
Oh, yeah.
And then The Pacific was good.
Is that war movie with Brad Pitt? What is that
Fury?
war movie called? Is that what that's called? Fury?
With the tank?
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Fury. Yeah.
That's such a good movie.
Yeah. Guys, The Pacific's good. Yeah. Fury.
Oh, Fury's like one of my favorite military movies.
Yeah, this is great. Guys, put some good shows and stuff in the chat, man. I haven't seen the new one. What is it called? Something in the Air, Kings of the Air.
Death Race is pretty good. There's like 2 or 3 of those.
Okay, with Jason Statham in it.
Jason Statham, yeah, that's a pretty good movie. Pretty good. It's a remake of a classic with Sylvester Stallone.
Yep, and then I'm trying to think of some of the other really good shows that I've watched in the last. Yeah, I don't really watch anything new, other than like It's Always Sunny still on.
The Expendables.
Oh yeah, The Expendables. Yep.
Oh, that's a damn good movie.
Yeah, that's a good series of movies, man. Check these out.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was good.
Rambo, First Blood.
Yeah. Well, guys, I would say I didn't see the last one though.
Rambo, great.
I saw the first like 4. You know what I'm saying? But the last one was at his family's farm. But guys, this last one, the second to last one, was actually good. This one was good, man. Where those Mormons are like, we can't use violence. And Rambo's like, are you guys crazy?
Any of the Rocky movies from the 70s and 80s?
Yeah.
None of the new ones. They all suck.
Rocky Balboa was actually good because I like the scene with him and his son. Because remember, his son's some corporate jackass. Remember that? And he thinks his dad is like, "Oh, Dad, you're just." It's like, wait, what? Like, your dad is Rocky Balboa, man. You know what I'm saying? That was great.
I'll give you a couple of guilty pleasure movies.
And then,
Grown Ups.
Yeah, Grown Ups is good.
Oh yeah, there's two of them, Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2. Both really funny.
Yeah, these are good. You remember, obviously Dodgeball.
Oh God, yeah, Dodgeball. Funny.
Guys, think of this. This is how crap movies are. Guys, we talked about this before. When was the last time that a comedy was the world's biggest movie? I'm talking like an Austin Powers or The Hangover or Talladega Nights, Super Bad, were the #1 movie in America. The number was a comedy. It's probably been about
Dumb and Dumber.
15 years, 16 years. I think it was like right around 2016 is when comedy started dying off.
American
all
Pie.
These wokey wokes. Yeah, all these wokey wokes started saying that's sexist and that's racist. You know what I'm saying? How about
Tropic Thunder? Oh shit!
There you go,
Oh,
guys.
no.
Check this out too, man. Check this out. Yeah. TJ said Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, here you go. Guys, The Rock. Let's go. This movie is good.
Yeah.
Guys,
Sean Connery. Oh God,
this movie is great.
I'm trying to think of that other movie. Walking Tall.
Oh yeah, Walking Tall is good.
I'm not a fan of The Rock, but that is probably one of his better movies.
Yeah. Well, there's the original, and then there's a new one. Yeah. Oh, guys.
And that's based off of a real guy named Buford Pusser.
Yeah.
Guys, The Mummy, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime that this is on, I'm like, God dang it! Now I gotta watch the rest of it. Dang it! Oliver, your devices aren't connected, pal. So connect your devices and.
Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, I get no respect. No respect.
How about what's the
What about Boondock Saints? Is
the Boondock Saints is good too. Guys, the Blues Brothers.
Oh man, now you're in my realm of movies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Boondock Saints. Yeah, guys, the sequel was trash. It was terrible.
Only original is good.
Yeah.
Every Which Way But Loose with Clint Eastwood.
Yep.
And Any Which Way You Can.
Guys, the Goonies. You know what I mean?
Die Hard.
Unforgiven.
Die Hard was awesome.
Yeah, guys, think about it. Don't you guys feel bad here, guys? On the panel, let's just pump the brakes here.
The Equalizer. Jeez.
Guys, don't you feel bad that these young kids, they didn't grow up like even as the teenagers and like young adults with all the movies that we did? You know what I'm saying? The Equalizer, Training Day, oh, here you go.
This is what I was trying to say.
Hey, AJ, let's go, guys. Point Break. Let's go.
AJ, I heard a theory like a month ago, and that is when the exact moment that Hollywood started dying, and that was back in 2014, where they had that huge selfie at the Oscars. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
I heard a good theory. It's like that's when Hollywood started dying. That was like at its pinnacle, and it's just been downhill ever since.
Was it 2000?
Speaking of Patrick Swayze, come on, guys, Red Dawn.
Yeah,
easily his best movie. Easily, in my opinion.
No,
besides Roadhouse.
Yeah, I am an FBI agent. Oh, dude. Yeah, guys. Roadhouse.
Oh, Roadhouse.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. My favorite scene is when what's his name? Sam Elliott. he walks behind the thing, and homeboy's got Dalton's arms behind his back, and the other guy's warming up his ribs.
Oh,
He saves him.
Sam Elliott.
I have that well in control, guys. Well, you haven't seen Roadhouse.
Oh
no!
God, I think I saw it with my dad in the 80s. Like, we rented it on VCH, and that was the last time I've seen it. Oh, dude, I got some homework, don't I?
Dude, Full Metal Jacket. Oh man, whoever said that, I love you.
You guys remember
What
how
is
hot
your major malfunction?
how
Jerry, don't
this
know.
blonde was from Roadhouse back in the day?
Oh, what's her name?
I don't know. She's fine though. You guys remember? You guys remember
Beverly Hills Cop. Oh man,
the first.
Oh, I love that. Hey, man. Hey, AJ. Sam Elliott can get it, man.
What?
Sam Elliott can get it.
What
I
was
mean,
that?
it doesn't matter if he was 30 or 80, man. Sam Elliott is one of those guys that can always get it.
What was that movie with?
Wait. Huh?
No, not that way, man.
Exactly,
Okay, I don't
yeah.
putt from the rough. Okay, come on now,
That's what that means, dude.
dude. That's not what I meant. You know that,
What was that
That's
movie?
what it means.
What was that
dude.
movie with?
Dude, he can
Moving
freaking
on.
score. Hey, he can score more than you, me, and Doug combined. Okay, don't
That's
deny
what
it.
you think.
Just by raising an eyebrow.
Bullshit. You know that.
That's
What
what
was
you
that?
think can get it means? Okay, he's trying to say Sam Elliott gets a lot of chicks. That's what he's trying to say. Not
Yeah.
that he was saying that someone can get it means you would smash. That's what it means.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get it,
All
get the other sex, okay?
Please.
The other
I mean,
gender.
I know
Oh,
because I would.
Guys, we all know what he meant.
What was that
Yeah,
movie
shut
with?
up.
I think it was good to clarify it.
Yes.
What was that movie with Martin Lawrence and Steve Zahn? The cop movie.
Was it Blue Streak?
Yeah.
Was it? I can't remember.
Where he's the cop, and he's not a cop. Oh, you mean
Yeah, it's
Martin
Steve
Lawrence
Zahn.
and Martin Lawrence and the
white
guy
guy's
from the Shawshank.
It was a cop movie.
National
The white
Tim
guy.
Robbins?
Oh, what was it? What was that
National
movie?
Security.
It
This
was,
one? Nothing to lose.
no, it was a. What was that guy's name? Oh,
Let's see.
is it
National Security.
National? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. This one's funny. Yeah, this is.
That's a
good one.
really funny movie.
Guys, they just don't make good movies anymore, man. They just don't. They really don't. Oh, you guys know what was a good new movie? Check out Palm Springs.
Oh, here's
good.
here's a hidden gem. Anybody here an Ice Cube fan?
Yeah.
Do you remember All About the Benjamins?
Yeah, that was. Dude, you're taking me back, man.
Oh, man. I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent like I always do. Paid in Full.
Oh,
Awesome movie.
dude! What was that movie with Chris Tucker and Charlie Sheen?
Yeah,
that's
good.
Is that it?
Chris Tucker and Charlie Sheen.
What was that movie? God, Chris Tucker and Charlie Sheen.
Money Talks.
Money Talks. Yeah.
Money Talks.
Yeah, this is good too. Guys,
I've never seen that.
All right, guys, everyone, how often? Okay, from like 1990 to about 2012, how often did you guys go to the movies a year? Like, just guesstimate. How many?
I went
movies
once a
did you
month
see in the theater.
I went once a month.
Yeah, I probably went at least once a month. I could say.
Probably once, maybe once a year, because I waited for it to come out on DVD.
I saw Forrest Gump when I was in basic training.
In the 2000s, because I like going to the movies. I like the previews. I like going to the movies. I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But there's just no movies that are worth paying the money to actually go and see. And that's sad. It really, really is. Because guys, the whole concept of the movie theater was movies are the everyman's entertainment. Was the working man. Like the working man can get off from the plant and then, it was Saturday comes or whatever, or Sunday comes, and him and the wife get the kids ready and they go to the Sunday matinee and let's go out to the lobby and get ourselves some snacks, because the theater, the live theater, was piff, puff, puff, piff. You know what I'm saying? That was the difference.
Yeah, all for show.
Tell me,
and AJ, going off on movie memories here. Going on movie memories, when I passed my last tax exam, man, my girlfriend at the time and we went and saw the new Candyman movie. I mean, it was absolutely a perfect day, man.
Nice. What were you saying?
Tell me this. Okay, so during that pandemic a few years ago, why did drive-in movies not make a comeback?
That is very strange, right?
Anybody agree?
Yeah.
Well, in Canada, they weren't even letting you gather that way.
Oh wow.
There's whole churches that got arrested for eating in the parking lot.
Yikes, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
Canada. No. Well, here, man, we would totally sponsor you. We would do an exchange program. One of these dunderheaded 304s for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? If we could. So.
Hey, do you think we should dump all the dubs up in Canada?
Oh yeah. You guys can have them.
Oh, they're here. We're here.
Oh,
We got cities full of them. Don't worry.
You guys, Stripes, what's good? You guys, what's a hidden gem? Believe it or not. You guys remember Private Benjamin with Goldie Hawn? You remember that?
Oh yeah.
She's like the rich girl,
Yeah.
and she ends up in the military.
Oh yeah. Oh
This
yeah.
is a good movie, man. So
Major Pain.
Major Pain.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
What about
Yeah,
Bob?
I saw that the other day.
Good Bob Murray
Oh,
movie.
Bob. Oh my god.
What about Bob is dope.
That was
Oh yeah,
dark.
yeah. What about
So
Bob?
dark.
What about
man.
Bob is actually
Yeah,
baller.
that's a great movie. You guys, hidden gem once again.
I have that same T-shirt that What About Bob has, and I'm from the same town.
Oh really?
He was, yeah.
Oh, Robin
Yeah.
Williams.
And I will wear it.
Guys, this is the most Robin Williams performance of all time. When they had Robin Williams do this movie, they just said, "You just do you." Guys, this is one of the best movies that you will ever see in your life.
Okay.
This movie is Danny DeVito directed it. He's in it.
Oh really?
It is fantastic, man. You will love this movie. Check it out. So, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I
Heard
love
of it.
that movie. That was great. Hey, what was it? How about Shakes the Clown?
Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, that was
Yeah,
excellent.
He takes
Man, that's Taishiki. Stay away from her. She's got more kids than Miss Wayans.
He takes his driving test with that dude, and they pull up to the place. And he starts shooting. Get out of here, man! Oh, such a great movie.
Lord of War was good.
And I'm not really a big fan of the
Yeah,
Wayans
Lord of
brothers.
War is the last modern movie that I really have
Nicolas
loved.
Cage.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage. You've got Gone in 60 Seconds, which is Raising Arizona, which is another good one. That movie's hilarious. Raising Arizona. I can watch that every day.
Yep.
All these wonderful movies you guys are talking about, and then I look at all this stuff that's out there now. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna stay home and watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Brother,
I don't want to interrupt that, but that just because we just said the Lord of War thing, that's who we traded Brittany Griner for, and that guy speaks like 7 languages, and he's now a Russian congressman. That guy is actually very smart, and we traded her for some pot smoking slut.
Yeah.
304.
I'll give you a good
That
movie.
guy could have been very valuable to us. He
All right.
still makes money. That guy is a really interesting guy.
Are you a fan of Joe Pesci?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about him the other night.
Oh, hold on. Somebody's trying to call me. Give me a second.
Yeah, Leaving Las Vegas. That was a really good Nicolas Cage movie.
Beautiful.
And then guys, guys, check out Strange Days. This is a great movie. Has anyone seen this with Ralph Fiennes and Angela Bassett? So it's in the future, and you can. There's this technology that can record people's memories, And so like and then you can like put this thing on your head and like relive someone's memories, right? So this Ralph Fiennes plays this guy. He's a black market memory guy, because there's like, let's just say there's a guy who's wearing the thing and he robs a store, right? Well, people want to relive that, or like people who are murderers and stuff, like they send him their memories and he sells them on the black market. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Well, go ahead.
What happens in this movie is there's this it's in LA, and there's all this like anti-police thing going on, and Vincent D'Onofrio plays this cop, and the main anti-cop protester gets killed by this cop, and the witness has one of those things on. So someone, before he gets killed, sends the memories to this guy, and the cops and everyone are after him because he has the memories. So he's like, oh no, he's on the run. It's really, really good, man. It's like the whole thing about like the dark web and peddling illegal memories, and like people being plus the political part. This is a great movie, man.
Yeah.
So.
It's basically him having the current client list of a person I won't say.
Yes.
But in 2005.
Guys, hold on. Carlos X,
That's
man,
like Johnny Mnemonic.
Thanks for the $3. He says, see the guard. What's the guard? Guard. I haven't heard of that. The guard.
Me neither.
Guard.
Well, it has Don Cheadle in it, so that looks good. And then, thanks, man.
Seriously.
But
croutons, dude.
And then the Revenants. Anonymous says Revenant. Yeah. So thanks for that, bro.
But getting back to Joe Pesci, so My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, great movie.
That's a good movie. 8 heads in a duffel bag's pretty funny.
You said 8 heads in a duffel bag?
Yeah, that's got Goldie Hawn in it.
Okay.
He's a mobster in that movie. It's one of those like corny comedy movies, trying to make him funny.
Have you guys?
I think Joe Pesci in the movie Casino is the best acting I've ever seen. I'll always say that. You will never look at Joe Pesci a different way.
Well, have you seen
I think Casino is beautiful. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I think Casino is better personally. I always like Casino more.
Have you seen the whole 9 yards?
Steve, thank you for reminding me. There's a Jackie Chan movie called Rumble in the Bronx. It's
that one's good. This is when he actually broke his foot, like, and the scene where he was water skiing, whatever.
Yeah.
He just put like a shoe, like a sock painted like a shoe over his cast and was like doing stunts.
That dude was a legend. Oh, what is that movie he's supposed to do with Ralph? Was it Ralph Macchio? The new one?
Oh, the new Karate Kid. That's already
out.
out.
Oh, I want to see that so bad.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, I like him in Super Cop.
Super Cop.
Guys, but the craziest part about this, guys, so Michelle Yeoh, I have so much respect for her because she was a beauty queen. She didn't grow up doing martial arts or anything. She was on Police Story 2, I believe. The second one? 2, yeah. Guys, she was like, well, all the guys are all doing their own stunts. It's not fair that I don't have to. Guys, her first stunt that she ever did, they tossed her off of a moving bus on the highway onto the hood of a car.
Oh, Keyshawn, yes. Tupac, the Juice. I remember that.
Juice. Yeah, Juice. Did you see
what was the other one? Dead Poet Society or something? No, what was the other one?
Gridlock Cast.
What was that other Tupac movie? The Poet movie?
Oh, Poetic Justice.
Poetic Justice.
Yes. Yeah, that was good too.
That was another good movie.
Yeah, Gridlock with Tupac. He finished this like right before he died. Check this out. They're like, there's him, I think this other chick, and then Tim Roth, who's always awesome. They're heroin addicts, and they're trying to get into rehab. Yeah. And a young Tandy Newton, and they're trying to get into rehab. Like their whole days is crazy. They're like they keep running into the cops and all this stuff, and they're finally like, man, this whole being a heroin addict thing sucks.
Tupac didn't really do a lot of movies, did he?
Yeah, I think he did like 3 or 4. So
yeah,
but yeah, man, guys, we just spent the last 20 minutes talking about movies that are 20, 30, 40 years old. And guys, nothing that they've made. I mean, Top Gun, Maverick, Ford versus Ferrari are the only movies that I think are anywhere comparable to that. And they say F1 is really, really, really good too. So that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, AJ, one thing you'll learn about me is I don't watch anything past 2009. I just don't like anything new, anything past that, other than maybe.
Sounds about right.
Other than like the Grown Ups movies.
Yeah.
Just anything in Hollywood in the past 15 years, just nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Games too, other than Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, I would check out Ford versus Ferrari.
I heard that's a good one.
Seen that.
I got a challenge. I don't know if you want to try it out, but I'm like trying to think of a Clint Eastwood movie that sucked.
Oh,
I can't think of one.
That's hard.
Like Schwarzenegger, yeah, you can find a bunch, and maybe even Harrison Ford. You might find a couple, but it's pretty impressive.
Even the ones that he directed, Gran Torino is good. $1 Million Baby's good.
Holy cow!
I haven't seen the one where he was the mule?
Yeah, that's the one.
I haven't seen this one yet. Is this one good?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It's very much up there with Gran Torino kind of feel to it.
I gotta check that out.
Very, very real and gritty. And
we're talking about Clint Eastwood, dude. I go back to the 80s, like in 70s with Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
But you got to realize, guys, how much like Unforgiven changed movies. It brought westerns back as a medium, like as a genre. Unforgiven was such a great movie. Like it was unbelievable.
That's true.
I remember, because westerns were dead since the early 70s. You know,
you remember like when you heard it was coming out and it was a western, you were like, seen enough of these.
It's like Tombstone came out the same year as
Tombstone. Val Kilmer, who just passed.
Yeah, but remember that Tombstone came out the same
93
as Wyatt Earp, but Wyatt Earp was trash. It was trash. It was too long. The budget. What's crazy is Wyatt Earp cost what? Hold on. Wyatt Earp made what Tombstone cost because Tombstone was a lot cheaper because it was a lower budget film. Tombstone made what Wyatt Earp cost, and then Wyatt Earp only made what Tombstone cost. It's the craziest thing ever. But they were like, the makers of Wyatt Earp were like, oh, Tombstone's stupid and it's whatever, and Kurt Russell sucks and Val Kilmer sucks. We're gonna have the real movie. This movie was trash. It was garbage, man.
Let's see.
That same year, the Maverick movie came out too, 94.
Yeah. You're talking about westerns?
You guys remember Zorro?
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
When you first saw Catherine Zeta-Jones for the first time.
Oh, Xena Warrior Princess?
Yeah.
Hercules? Like, come on. That was my childhood.
Look at that, man.
Man, we're talking about westerns. Money, what is it? Fistful of Dollars, Wagon Train, anything Gunsmoke or Bonanza related. The Rifleman.
Yeah, the Rifleman's good, and even like the old school Zorro show from way back in the day. Good stuff, man.
A lot of people don't know that Burt Reynolds was in Gunsmoke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Burt Reynolds in his early days, back in the '60s, was in
You guys
Gunsmoke.
remember?
Oh, who could forget John Wayne? Good Lord. John Wayne had so many good ones.
Yep. This is a good movie. There's another really good Western. There's one with Christopher Reeve.
Oh, yeah. What was that movie called? The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Yeah.
This one.
Black
Christopher
Box.
Reeve.
Yeah, I remember that.
This was good. So, but yeah, guys, movies are just trash now. And here's the thing: Hollywood's not coming back, guys, because there's no money in it anymore. There's no money. They're not profitable. Disney, guys, think it's so bad that Disney's not making any money on movies. Because you guys saw that one Elio movie, guys. What was this movie even about? Remember back when Pixar movies were awesome, Toy Story and WALL-E and all these movies were awesome, man. Now Pixar movies come out, and you're like, I didn't even know they even came.
Well, look at all the media that Disney owns anyway. I mean, they don't really have to make movies anymore. You know, they own a lot of companies and properties now. So
but remember that the parks are making a lot of money too, and then Disney Plus has a lot of overhead costs. Disney Plus was the worst idea that Disney ever did. It was the worst thing that they ever did. They should not have done it. They should have kept selling stuff to Netflix, because that has to be the dumbest thing they've ever done. Because now they have all this
money loss.
overhead.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, guys.
Let's see, guys. Here, let's switch gears here real fast. We'll do one of these guys real fast. And guys, make sure that you sub to my second channel, guys. That's 50304s. Guys, we will be live on Thursday, guys. I think that Locke the Bounty Hunter, I'm going to do an interview with him, pick his brain a little bit. You know what I'm saying? About some topics. But let's switch gears.
That's the sound of the police.
And here we are. And thanks for being here, guys. You know, nice, relaxed live. We went all over the place because we're the kingdom of tangents over here, right, guys? Here we go.
You're gonna be paid, ma'am. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. I'm asking why. You are under arrest.
Look at the size of this, bro. Is this the Nature Channel?
Under arrest. You are under arrest. Get out of the car, man.
In September 2024, a sergeant with the St. Croix Tribal Police was on his way to respond to an alarm call in Webster, Wisconsin. While driving, he noticed a vehicle pulled over on the shoulder with its hazard lights flashing. It didn't seem urgent at the time, so he continued on to the call. After clearing the alarm without issue, he headed back the same way and saw that the vehicle was still there, flashers still going. Wanting to make sure everything was okay, he decided to stop and take a closer look. That's when he found a 29-year-old woman in the driver's seat slumped over, setting the stage for a situation that quickly escalated beyond a simple welfare check.
Roll your window down. Roll your window down. Hi, is everything okay? Okay, why are you stopped along the road? You got a driver's license on you? You don't have a driver's license? Okay, whoa, hey, wait.
Sorry, officer. Sorry, you can't understand what she's saying.
We now can ban Vapodo.
Look at that. She just takes off.
She's taking off on me.
10-4, what's your rate of travel?
About 45.
After casually fleeing the traffic stop, she drove a short distance before being pulled over again, where things wouldn't stay calm for long.
Okay, now it looks like we're stopping. Okay, she stopped. What are you doing?
What do you mean?
422. What do you mean, what do I mean?
I'm just on the back road. What?
Nah.
What's up? You took off on me.
What do you mean took off?
How much have you had to drink?
I haven't had anything to drink. What do you mean? Breath.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
What drugs were you on?
What kind? I work overnight. I just had tonight off. I'm just trying to have a break. I'm doing a lot of shit.
Why did
chocolate, artificial sweeteners,
high fructose
corn syrup.
Yeah.
Did you take off on me?
I'm not taking off.
Yeah, you did. Do you have any identification at all?
Somewhere, just hold on. Can you relax?
I could smell alcohol on your breath.
Here's my.
No, I want to see a driver's license.
Can you not blind me? How the f am I supposed to see?
Attitude better change.
It's my head.
Right now, you're on your way to jail. Roll the window down.
What?
You took off on me.
I didn't take off.
Failure to yield to.
Very over exaggerated.
Really? I've got it all on camera.
Absolutely. That's fine. What am I supposed to say?
Over exaggerated, like her body weight, right?
Blind me more and I can see more?
Give me your driver's license.
Can you back up? You're literally in my.
I'm just about to take you out and put you in handcuffs.
For what? You're blinding me.
Let me see your driver's license.
How can I see if you can't?
I hope you brought a forklift, homeboy.
You literally.
Step out of the car. Step out of the car.
I can't see. Look.
She then decided to call 911, screaming at dispatch about the situation.
On the cops. Hilarious.
Get out of the car. Ow. Get out of the car. You're going to be tased.
1 second.
Get out of the car. You're going to be tased.
Oh,
get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car, ma'am. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. You are under arrest. Get out of the car. You're under arrest. Get out of the car. You are under arrest. Ma'am, get out of the car. 422, but I'm back up. Then get out of the car. Send me back up. Get out of the car, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Ma'am, get out of the car. Get out of the car. You are under arrest.
For what?
Disorderly conduct, and you kicked me.
I'm trying to get you out of my car. Help me. I can't find you.
I'm telling you to get out of the car.
Help me.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, geez, yeah.
Sound warning there.
Yeah.
You are under arrest. Get off your phone.
Can you talk to me, please? He's
Get
not
off
telling
your
me why.
phone.
He's saying it's disorderly conduct.
And assault.
I leaned in my car and I pushed him with my foot.
Get out of the
You
car.
mean you kicked him, you goof?
Yeah. With 700 pounds of force.
Get out of the car. Get out of the
God, what the
Jesus.
grabbing me? There's no reason for this.
I will warn you one more time. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Please, God, let
please.
him tase her.
Yeah.
Please.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, tase this 304
In
pig.
the name of friggin' Alexander Graham Bell, right?
I'm just trying to relax.
Get out of the car.
I smell
Get out of the
bacon.
car, ma'am.
I'm the only person that's here for me. I am the only person on this earth for me.
Car,
Why
ma'am.
is this happening?
You are under arrest.
For
Get
what?
out of the car. I told
For
you.
what?
I told you.
Can you just talk to me instead? I just paid attention.
Get out of the car. You're under arrest. Talk is too late.
Talking to me.
The talking is over. Get out of the
For
car.
what?
You are under arrest.
I haven't
Yes, you have. Get
Can
out
you
of the
talk
car.
to me?
Get out of the car, ma'am.
Still gets 50 chances.
Yep.
Get out of the car.
Yep.
Let me breathe.
Get out
I'm
of the
just
car.
trying to breathe. I'm not even bad. What is going on?
Get out of the car.
What
I've
are you-
explained to you.
I didn't do anything. I was drinking a beer. Why can't I drink a
You
beer?
haven't explained anything to me.
Get out of the car.
Attention to me. I'm just
That's
trying
right.
to talk to you. Can you please?
Every time I reach in to try and take you into custody, you fight me.
Because you're reaching into my car.
That's right. You're under arrest.
Before, sir. I don't
You
like
are
that.
under arrest.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Oh my
You
God.
are under arrest, ma'am.
Just relax. Just talk. Stop yelling.
Get out of the car, ma'am.
Just breathe.
Get out of the car.
How am I supposed to
You are
know
under
it's
arrest.
1 second. Can you
Taser already.
No, there is
Yeah.
no 1 second.
It's been like 10 minutes.
Get out of the car. You are under
Ma'am?
arrest.
Out of the car.
Someone just talked
Right now.
to me
Out of the car.
anyway.
Out of the car.
They're ripping the
Out of the car.
Out of the car.
Oh my god.
Get out of the car, ma'am.
Out of the car.
She is the car. Is the problem? She's as big
I'm
as
gonna
the car.
Get out of the car.
I'm gonna tase her.
Let's go.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car. You're right. Out of the car now.
Get out of the car,
Out of the
ma'am.
car now. Out of the car.
Come on, get off me.
Get out of the
Out
car.
of the car.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. I'm gonna get pepper spray. You
Pepper spray too.
Oh!
I'm gonna tase her.
Let's go.
Yes.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
We're getting a ham roast this Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Let's go.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. You're gonna get it again. Get out of the car. Then do it. Then do it, ma'am. Get out of the car.
Get her again.
Get out of the car. You're gonna get tased again.
Ah! Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Way. Ah! Let's go. Let's go.
Get out of the car, ma'am.
Let's go.
Get out of the car.
Why are you doing this to me? You're being such an ass.
Get out of the car.
You like my thong, you piece of shit. I'm just a caregiver, you piece of shit.
Down on the ground.
On the ground.
I need people support. I need people support.
You got yours?
Get the hair on my mouth. Oh!
Watch out. She looks like a biter.
Yeah.
My car. Let's go.
I'm an ass. Just relax. You're being a dick.
She's fighter as much as like she's like hungry hippos. The game.
Yeah.
Seat in the car
in real
now.
life.
Slide your feet in.
Slide in.
You need to tell me why.
I've told you numerous times.
I hope you reinforce the suspension.
Get in the
Yeah.
car.
Hey, you gotta have the HD.
Get in the car, ma'am. Okay.
I just see what I behaving people. I'm just trying to chill. I just see what people.
Okay, get in the car.
Put your legs in the car. You're under arrest for resisting. Go on.
Well, she's battery too to a police officer. She kicked me.
Stop me some
Back in a minute.
Wait.
Holy sh! She was sitting along the road. I knocked at the window and I said, "Okay, see driver's license." No. And then all of a sudden she took off on me. It's like, okay, right? It looks like a one
Rolled on down the road
in plain view,
And it reeks like weed. So
and it reeks like weed.
She also smells.
Wow.
I could smell odor of intoxicant.
So she must have called 911.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good. We got that on 911 too. Well, I'm going to get her down there and start booking if you guys want to take a look in the car. But I want to get her down there as quick as I can. Thank you. All righty.
When do we go back?
Well, right now we're going to jail.
One second, when we go.
We're going right now.
Now you're going to jail.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
This has got to be like Wisconsin or
know.
something.
This guy's real chill too. It's pretty funny to watch.
It was going okay.
So much anymore.
Oh, she's. Oh. Okay, go ahead and step out.
Due to her behavior, jail staff decided it was best to immediately place her in a holding cell.
Okay, go over here, right.
My left arm.
Well, yeah, she can't sit on the regular waiting bench. She'll break it.
Jesus, look at that.
This is insanity.
All they need is a feeding trial for her, and she'll be
Yeah.
fine.
She's a fighter.
That's like
She
Minnesota
was
or
a fighter,
something. She's
I
a
mean, we
Midwest
couldn't.
skier.
Yeah, Wisconsin. Yeah.
Get her out of the car.
She wasn't doing. She wasn't giving a complaint. Pain complaints.
But she was along the shoulder of the road, and I saw her there when I went to go answer the alarm that we had. So then I come back again, and still there.
As a result, the 29-year-old woman was charged with
29. Look at that, man! Oh
I was
man!
like
Oh man!
42.
Yikes!
felony, battery threat to an officer, vehicle fleeing eluding an officer, failure to comply, misdemeanor, resisting obstructing an officer, resisting failing to stop, possession of THC, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Damn.
She was eventually released on a $500 cash bond. 5 months later, she pleaded guilty to resisting failing to stop. All the remaining charges were dismissed, but read in.
What?
Ultimately, she was sentenced to pay $500 in
What?
fines, fees, and court costs.
Oh my
What a-
Yeah, guys, you
god.
wonder why these chicks act the
Oh
way they
my
do.
god.
No punishment at all, guys. The cops' hands are rated E for everyone now, but these courts, man,
Oh my
these
god.
courts.
It's
Yeah.
amazing how they're not held
If
accountable.
that was AJ, he'd be shot like dead.
I know, guys. Last one, guys. Check out Aliens, man. People think that Terminator 2 is the best sequel of all time, guys. Aliens is the best sequel of all time.
Yeah. You know what else was really good? The Rust deleted scenes. It made a killing.
It was
wasn't
so
popular in theaters,
it was
yeah.
so realistic, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was to die for, right?
Yeah, it made a killing in the theater. The only movie we saw do that well was the Batman, that Dark Knight movie.
Yeah, it's true. Look at that, guys. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. But yeah, guys, Alien's great. Terminator 2 is great. I actually like Terminator 1 better than Terminator 2, actually, but
Sharing a different tab. Oh, there we are.
yeah, I don't know why there's two things now. It's so strange. StreamYard has changed. They said that there was something going on with it right now. But yeah, guys, Alien, the second one, is in my top 5 like greatest movies of all time. This movie's great, man. So, right, you guys, I'm gonna shut this bad boy down. Guys, we will be live on Thursday. Guys, I'll have Lock the Bounty Hunter on here. We're gonna do a little discussion about the red pill in general and all this other stuff, like where we see it going, all this other stuff. So yeah, guys, I'll talk to you then, and I might do a daytime live tomorrow. Guys, there was a news story that I was going to talk about that would take some time. So I'll let you guys know in the Discord. It'll probably be about 4:00 as usual. So yeah, guys, daytime live 4:00 tomorrow. All right, guys.
When do you like to do after hours?
After hours is Sundays.
Okay.
Sunday nights, I do after hours. So that's because it's usually the long stream, and they're all the same. But usually people are more on the stream. Guys, let me know in the Discord if you want to start doing after hours more, because we can. I just do them on Sundays because more of the larger topics I do.
Yeah, everybody should get on Discord for that.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, guys. Cool. Appreciate you guys. Bye, guys.
See y'all.